So, for vast majority of you in this room, we got to do session zeros. Unfortunately, you did not get to do yours with Pinor, so, well, he's a bitch. Yes. You're welcome, Pinor. You've been brought into this, bitch. Because you're not here, bitch. Like a bitch. Okay.
I'm gonna laugh when he walks in.
I know.
You can
Me
fuck
too.
with him if he does.
I look forward to it. So we'll get started right away. So for the three of you on your last little adventure, we left off on y'all racing away on two carts from danger, one with a bolt in the gut, the other with half his arm smoking.
Bolt in the butt.
And the other one, Queen Badass herself, rolling, and y'all were heading towards a wooded area that you had never been to. Go ahead and give me some rolls.
Alright.
And your choice, because the two of you, for simplicity's sake.
Missing your D20 from the one set.
Oh. Y'all on the first one, and you're on the second one.
Okay, I sent it to you.
With her
I'm gonna buy some
employer.
key stock and just make you some risers.
Cool. So, you guys are racing on full speed buffalo drawn wagons. Buffalo. The buffalo.
Perception.
What are we?
You,
Or is it
you
flat
tell me,
rolls?
what are you doing? The danger is behind you. You're racing towards the woods.
Okay. I would like to see, for perception, what's coming across in front of us.
Okay.
Anything that I might see of
Okay.
territory and things
Go
like that in
ahead.
front of us.
Give me a roll.
22.
22. So you look at it in front of you. You do not see anything approaching. I mean, other than woods that's fast approaching because you're approaching it. But with that high of a perception, you see gaps in the woods that could most likely accommodate you being able to ride the wagon into. You don't see any discernible paths, but 22. Your elf eyes see far, and you think you can guide him.
Very good. Well, I am not at the helm, so I share this with Azek.
Azek, my good sir, whatever shall you do?
I'm gonna try and follow her direction to see if I can
Okay.
not hit a tree.
I like where your head's at.
How far behind them am I?
I believe you were around
Okay.
60-ish foot behind them.
That sounds right.
Yeah, because, I mean, you had raced off. That was the cart that took off the opposite
Yeah, I
direction.
remember.
You
I
ran
read my
down.
notes.
Yeah, I was going to say, you ran the cart down, jumped in, took the cart over, turned it around, beat a motherfucker who jumped on that cart, like,
It's an elephant
Saved-
stampede. I knew that.
saved another dude that was being grappled, El Baldi. You did things last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So go ahead, give me a roll.
19.
On the dice or
On the dice.
any animal handling?
Yeah.
Because technically you are steering the cart.
Box and hit abilities.
Or was it skills?
Skills.
+1, so unnatural.
Unnatural 20. So with your ally behind you pointing out, you can see it clear as day as well, and you are guiding this as if you've been on the trail for many, many years, and you are guiding it like a professional. What about you, my dear?
I see them heading in the direction. I rolled a 17
Okay.
for animal handling.
Okay. Still extremely well. So you a little bit more brutish where he has tact and guile. You're just kind of jerking the rein. You're just like, left, right. And it has no way to deny you. It is following. So your
Nice.
two carts race off into the woods. The trees are going past quick, just after another. The branches, thankfully, are not low. Most of these are actually much higher off the ground. They seem to be very slender trunks. For the base, majority of them 10 to 15 foot high before they even hit their first branches. So this makes it actually fairly easy navigation as long as you can mind the gaps. With your expert navigator over here, that is easy to do. You're racing, you're probably a good 250 to 300 feet into the woods, and you see out in front of you, it is in the night hours because your initial battle began in the twilight moments. Night has fully set on you at this point, but with your elf eyes and dark vision, you do happen to see a ways off in front of you.
One eye open.
Right.
About 100 yards or so in front of you, you see two figures that are in the woods. They appear to be avian in nature.
Flying? Is that right?
Flying creatures.
I see. Alright.
What do you do?
We're far enough that we don't need to worry about snake boys back behind
Get
us,
a
right?
bush.
They did not seem to be able to keep up with the pace that you were at, and you have put a great deal of distance behind them, or
But at the
from
same
them.
time, the guy did warn us that we might not make it through the night because there were so many things
Right.
in there, woods on the way there. And we're no longer on that trail. We, like,
Yeah.
Oh,
ventured
this
pretty
is
far off.
yeah. This is no. These aren't the same woods that you came out from the marshlands. The silk marshlands
Yeah.
are behind you. You've probably been a good solid week outside of them. Little more than a week outside of the silk marshes. Still on the silked road, but
Right.
was on the silked road. And as I said, these are woods unknown to you. They were just off in the far distance to your east, and you raced for them because that was the only. No. The initial cart went to the west.
You said
Nope, sorry,
east.
you are correct.
Yeah.
West, east is where the initial cart ran off.
Yeah.
You
And
wrangled
we
that.
went
You
west.
wrangled that hoe back around and
Okay.
went west. Yes, apologies.
To be able to learn more about these two creatures, I would like to maybe gain some insight as to learning anything about the aspects of them, or
Okay.
anything, what kind of threat they may be and how strong they are. Would that be possibly insight?
Yes, absolutely. Insight. If you wish to even extrapolate aspects of them, I did update one of your spells with some notes on how to utilize that. So you may even conjure that. You are around 100 paces from them. At the pace that you're moving, you probably have about 10 to 12 seconds before you are upon them.
Yeah, I was gonna start slowing down. Can I tell if they've seen us or?
I mean, by all means, you can make a perception check at this point if you would like to do that.
Yeah.
Natural one.
Oh.
You don't
Okay.
see shit.
He closed his eyes
Yep.
and threw the reins into the air.
No!
So that's a 14 perception.
Okay.
Also, where were the notes on that?
It's on the actual spell itself. So if you actually tap on the spell, it should bring out a thing on the right-hand side, and there should be a
Certain aspects.
yeah.
Okay.
yep, underneath that it kind of explains what you will do.
So also that would be extract aspects intelligence roll versus target's intelligence score.
Yes.
If it's a success, you may discern one aspect of the creator. If failed by 5,
It's supposed to be creature, so sorry if I misspelled that one.
No, that's fine. One aspect of the creature, if failed by 5 or greater, lose all benefits of this cast.
Which would be the advantage on your next attack roll and the extract aspects.
Okay, this is a cantrip.
Yes.
Okay.
So it is a single action to cast it. Go ahead and give me an intelligence roll, adding your intelligence modifier to it.
Despite the natural one, I'm still trying to slow down. Is that?
We'll get there.
Maybe.
Fully.
And my intelligence would be where? Obviously, not in my head. Okay. This would be 15 plus 1 is 16.
16. I do believe that beats the intelligence score of the creature that you are setting upon. What aspect would you like to gain on it?
Their weaknesses.
If they have any, okay.
Friendly, you know.
As far as weaknesses, they
I'm on edge.
they don't have any vulnerabilities, so there isn't anything that you believe that would assault them and do double damage. If you're looking at weaknesses, that would be vulnerabilities. So you have vulnerabilities, and resistances. Resistances mean if they take damage, that would be halved. Vulnerability means damage, and it would be doubled. By searching for the weaknesses or the vulnerabilities,
Lightning.
Yes.
they don't have any vulnerabilities. So as far as you can tell, no elemental or specific damage type that is extra effective against them.
Okay.
If you'd like to go ahead and do your insight, you can. You will have advantage on it
Okay.
because of your true strike nature, which you are using for this.
Beautiful. Okay. So insight. So roll plus my insight, and then advantage would be how?
Rolling the d20 again, and you get to choose the better of the two.
So it would be 12 plus 4 would be 16.
16?
Or no, I'm going with the first one.
The 16, okay.
Yes.
So 16, you are looking at these creatures. You have seen that they have no vulnerabilities. You do notice the one that you targeted specifically was one that was standing. He is in most likely a bit of a defensive posture, but does not seem to be of a nature that he was searching for you. More just defensive, not aggressive. However, there is one that is next to him, laying on the ground, who seems to be unconscious, possibly sick.
Don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's be cautious. Yeah.
I'm on a different cart.
Yep.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
So we'll get to that in a moment.
hold, slow down.
Are you in the first cart or the second cart?
I'm
First
we
card.
are
They're in the
first.
first. I'm in the second.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So-
let's see.
You,
what
sir, have been in the woods.
I knew she was slowing down. Okay.
You all are about a month from leaving your humble abode outside the port of Alamana.
I'm still not happy with him.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. You had been traveling out onto the Silk Highway, and about midday, a little in the afternoon on this day, you two, being the very perceptive creatures that you are, actually started to notice creatures that were moving into the fields, and it appeared that they were setting an ambush of sorts. You, being very stealthy, were able to slink off and into the woods. Traveling through the woods, the two of you end up setting upon 3 creatures that look like winged lizards. You tried to avoid them. They were leashed to some of the trees.
Just the lizard's talking.
And you were very deft and able to dodge their attacks and get outside of their reach. Your companion wasn't so lucky and took a stinger to the chest, which has poisoned him and knocked him unconscious. You, being also the wily one that you are, used the utensils at your disposal to cut said leashes, and the creatures flew off into the sky. You thought it would be best to vacate said premises as well, and into the night you tried to settle in. With your 14 perception, you notice 2 carts racing through the woods, dead at you.
Okay.
You stand up to stand your ground. What do you do?
I'll take Kilprax and move him to a tree.
Okay.
That way, they run him over, at least they're gonna wreck in the process.
Okay. So, yeah. So, we'll set. And we'll say you moved off to the side.
And that is a 13 acrobatics to get to the top of the tree.
To the top of the tree? Well, I mean, this is a pretty fucking tall tree, but. Okay.
Or a set of branches able to support my weight.
Alright, so.
That's our treat.
That is the tree.
Not our tree, but your tree.
13 acrobatics. It's not the cleanest of things, and the branches are extremely high. So you try to use some of the daggers and bolts that you have for purposes to help assist you in climbing this tree. And you get up to the first branch, but you're not up on it. You're like trying to get up on it. You, sir, with your natural one. You see this, and your compatriot behind you gives you the fair warning that, hey, they don't look so bad. So you try to stop, and you're not exactly sure what to do, so you yank back as hard as you can. And it might have worked a little too effectively. The cart comes to a very, very sudden stop, and I actually need the two of you in that cart to make dexterity saving throws.
Do I need to?
We'll get to that in just a moment.
Okay.
Okay, and that would be plus whatever this is?
Saving throws, so if you actually scroll up a little bit, you'll see saving throws.
So you're saving throws.
Yep.
Yes.
So that's
So dexterity saving.
Plus whatever
13.
it is.
Plus
Yeah.
20?
13?
16.
16. Okay. So 13. You are thrown from the seat of the cart. However, it was enough to where you safely land. It's one of those where you kind of hit the ground slightly running and then tumble, and you kind of stand back up like, fuck! A little shaken. Things are interesting. 16, you were able to grab a hold of the cart.
Brace for
A
impact.
little painful because you still have a bolt in your gut.
Yeah.
So, it hurts. No extra damage, though. You are jettisoned, Bobby.
You turn the light on real quick?
Which one?
That one. Can't see some of the dice.
All right.
Google, turn on the lights.
All right.
Oh.
So, you see the cart in front of you coming to a sudden stop. What do you do?
I'm gonna try and stop my cart
Okay.
with a 17 flat.
Okay. So, 17, you guide it very gently.
Yeah.
You get within 5 feet of the other cart. My party, what do you do?
Ask her what's going on. Why did we stop so suddenly?
In the meantime,
We
without
have
something,
creatures.
I rolled a 16.
Are they friend or foe?
Okay.
Don't know yet. There's creatures.
Okay.
I see wings.
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 10 seconds.
Okay. Oh, sorry. The one that actually has wings there, can somebody just lay him down? That is the one that'll be sick for
Meow.
purposes of he is laying in front of the tree.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right.
Can I stand up, pick myself up off the ground? Holy shit, that was wild.
Does not look like Scooby and Shaggy.
Holy shit, that was wild, Scooby.
Isaac, you okay?
Yeah. No, yeah. But, yeah.
Okay.
How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. Fanor?
I'm good.
All right.
Tell my,
Employer?
guess he's my boss at this point in time still. I'll say wait in the cart and I hop down.
Okay. And he lays down in the cart. Still quite rattled from the events of this evening.
And she
Let's-
hopped down.
You have hopped down.
I'd like to join my friend
Other
Fanor.
side, but okay.
I'd like to join my friend Fanor and walk closer to
Fanor.
Isaac.
And got to check on him.
And I still have mage armor.
It lasts 8 hours, so yes, technically you do still, bless you.
That was about 4 hours with the fight and maybe 4 more hours.
Not even remotely. Like, that fight happened maybe within the last half hour.
Okay, so maybe all in total with the travel, maybe an hour, and then what, like...
You still have 7 hours
Sweet.
of mage armor.
Okay, so I still have my mage armor, and just in
Yes.
case I don't know about these people, creatures, things.
Yes.
Okay, so before I walk away from the cart, I do a quick perimeter check.
Okay.
That is going to be 16, 18.
18. Okay. You've jumped off your cart and you kind of give a cursory scan. I don't believe you have dark vision, so It's not the
I don't know
clearest.
if I have dark vision.
I'm pretty sure Loxodons don't.
She's also like we're walking headed towards, and I can see really good. Just
Yeah.
stick with me.
So you do a cursory scan. You don't happen to see anything that looks ominous in the dark. Keeping that score as you approach, you notice the avian that is on the ground, and you happen to notice one that looks like he's trying to hide in the tree in front of you. He's about 15 foot up in the tree, and it looks like he's trying to get into a hidden, kind of tucking himself up and using his cloak to kind of shadow himself.
Like,
Poorly.
You can't see me.
Well, you
It was
say
a-
poorly.
it
It's
was a
not.
16 roll,
Yeah, I was gonna
so-
say it's not actually bad. You just roll really fucking high. You don't see it from afar, but as you approach,
Okay.
there will be a certain point where it's just like,
Wait a minute.
So, do we see the sick one?
oh yeah, there's,
Yeah, he's on the floor.
yeah, he is on the ground.
Okay. It can't get any worse. I'll sort of meander towards the sick one
Okay,
slowly.
Drama bow.
Yeah. that's-
okay,
And we walk with him also.
okay. All right. I'll actually say around that point will be whenever you can finally see him, and you do see, as you all start to approach, he does kind of pull back and start to put a little tension into a bow.
Awesome.
Hail. We're friends. Who are you?
You don't get any reply.
The name's Harvey. Harvey Birdman.
What does he speak?
Caca, tuki.
Oh God.
I tried my 3 different languages. Dowdy speaks Loxodon. He doesn't look like one of me.
I believe
Okay.
we've established this.
Can I figure out what he speaks possibly?
I mean, you can try your different languages.
Yeah, that's the only way it works. You have to speak each different
The hell do
language.
I
that you
speak?
got. This is what helps
Languages.
So we would have noticed the
Yes.
okay. I'll say whoa. You may not have noticed. We aren't faring much better than you, friend.
With your 14 perception from earlier, you do happen to notice he is not lying. The one that is speaking, his whole arm is smoking, and it looks like the kind of armor is a little tattered, and part of the cloak that goes down across the arm looks like it's about 8 inches higher than what's on the right arm. The one in the middle does have a bolt still sticking in said gut.
And then I'm fine.
Well, you took a little bit of damage, but I think you got hit barely. Like, because you have 2 different hits that went on to you, you took like 4 damage.
That's right.
Yeah.
Forgot about my phone.
So you got hit.
So I'm gonna keep walking.
So non-natural 20 to scan the horizon past them.
Okay. Non-natural 20. So you look out beyond, past them. With your vantage point, you are actually able to get a little bit of a further view. However, I don't believe you have dark vision either. So there is a point that you can see out to. Even this far in the woods, you do still see the faint light of a fire that appears to be where the road was at. You do see, even against that fire, you do see movement in front of it, which would put it onto this side. And it is still a very far ways out. You can't really see much that's inside of the wooded line, though. Just because the trees and the shadows are just, you can't penetrate those with your sight. But you get the sense that in the immediate vicinity, at least from the carts and maybe a little past the carts, there doesn't appear to be anything else.
Alright, I'll lower my bow.
I'm gonna start walking up to the
Okay.
guy that's passed out,
Okay.
and I'm gonna tell him I'm here to help, and I'm gonna give him a potion.
Wow.
When did you get a potion?
I bought potions.
You didn't have that much money.
Pour it in his anus.
It's 50 per potion.
You haven't seen that?
You would.
I have
There's a
one
guy who's like
potion.
upside down there, like sticking a potion in his butt, and he's like, just let me
Okay.
die.
So, alright. Go ahead and give me the 2d4 plus 2 roll for the health that the unconscious avian has.
4, 6, so 8.
8 health. Okay. So, you open up the mouth of Avian, you pour the fluid in, and you see vitality seem to be seemingly restored into his body. You happen to notice also the wound on his gut does seem to close up. He is no longer bleeding out. He wasn't bleeding like on the cusp of death. He just seemed to still be bleeding from the actual wound itself. However, he does not regain consciousness, and he still has a sickly aura to him.
You said he was poisoned, right?
If you had to hazard a guess, you'd believe that there is a pretty nasty poison running through his system.
Okay. So he's better, just still shitty.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get the sense now that he's much more comfortable, though. And he was at the 0 with poison still in his system. He was not.
Hollow mode.
Yeah.
I'd like to walk up and at least. Well, I don't want to be too obvious here in the woods to make ourselves well known to all the creatures of the woods, but do I have other than when I cast light? That's pretty damp bright, right?
30 to 60 feet of light. So it's 30 dim, 60.
I would.
30 to 60 is dim. Inside of 30
It's
is
really no worse than a campfire.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
I
God
would
knows.
start a
Yeah.
fire in the
Yeah,
craziness that
God
we've
knows
been in.
what's in the woods. I'd like to walk up a little bit closer and shout up in the tree just slightly louder than a speak. Oi! You alright?
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, look down there.
That's what you see him do.
Facepalm drags a hand. Well,
Come down from up there.
feathered wing. Like ah!
Pretty sure we do have hands.
Feathers? What are we working with here? What is this nonsense?
I don't know if this is going to work, but can I do sort of? Can I treat light as though it's it goes on an object or can, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can cast light upon an object.
Can I throw my cloak over it so it's not stupid bright and
You can certainly try.
okay?
I don't know.
So I have. What do I have? I don't really want to
1x penis.
dagger at this point.
2x testicles.
Yeah, that's unfriendly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm keeping the cinnamon away from the others just because it's very potent. Yeah, all of this is for free game.
Oh, I smell the cinnamon thing.
I should have double bagged it.
Is it something I can just do with my hand?
If you wish, yeah.
Cast light upon your hand.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll do that.
We don't have wings per
Sort of.
se.
Yeah, I was gonna say the way that they look is because most pictures
Like
depict
feathered
them-
arms.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's literally what it looks like from whenever I was looking at
It's a
it.
weird bird man. Bird person.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a bird person.
Yeah.
I accept.
It's not the weird bird.
Thus, avian fellows. So yes, you cast light on your hand, and almost immediately you start to see a bright light emanating from your hand, and you throw your cloak over it.
Yep.
Okay, so you throw your cloak over it. The light doesn't show through your cloak because you actually have a pretty thick cloak, but it does. You do notice whenever you're doing that, it shows the light like straight down, which does emanate out to about 15 foot of dim light.
That'll do.
Hello there.
So we've had a shitty afternoon. It doesn't look like yours is much better. Provided you're not with the scaly friends that we just happened to leave behind.
Like the one photo, I can't find it.
We're hoping to find, I suppose, some way to stay safe in the woods for the evening.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially that's all.
What? Hi.
Yeah.
And the one laying down is the same thing, but he's dressed like a mage.
Hi, bird people. All
Do
right.
you, do you
Yeah.
come down from the tree?
Oh hell no!
Okay. Okay.
You're a pansy.
Staying in the damn tree.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I'm probably gonna climb higher in the fucking tree.
All right. Is there anything I could just check around our surroundings, make sure everything's good, that no creatures are coming around, that nothing's just around
Yeah.
us?
By all means, if you wish to.
So, matter of fact, that's a 25 goes at the top of the tree.
It gets a lot easier once you're up on the first branches. So yes, you. And I mean, quite deftly,
Would you roll?
from foot to branch, foot to branch, foot to branch, foot to branch, left, right, left, right. You scale back up about another 20, 25 feet itself.
Okay.
Why is he going higher in the tree? I don't understand.
Perception is an unnatural 20.
A natural 20. Okay. With you having actual dark vision in the party, you are able to see out a little bit further. I'm assuming you were saying you wanted to kind of check the perimeter, so you're actually
Make sure we're
walking
all
into
right.
it. Okay. You do walk the perimeter. It seems in the immediate vicinity it is fairly safe. You do happen to notice whenever you do look back towards where you all came from, you see much the same as he did. However, you do see the shapes approaching the wooded areas. So they are around this time just getting to the tree lines.
I believe we need to.
They gave the princess.
Yep. Well, these two seem fairly content. I suppose we can go talk to Baldy and see if we can find a way to get to that damn town.
21 to stealth at the top of the tree.
You feel you are stealth very well. She still sees you, but
Can't leave him. He's unconscious.
no. She rolled an unnatural 20, so she even has lost sight of you at this point.
Okay.
So you relay the information to us?
Yeah, of the creatures on the tree line.
Kobolds.
Yeah, we need to get out.
The kobolds are coming back.
I'm not gonna say it too
Have
loud.
me and him met kobolds yet?
No, but you figure whatever the hell did all that was probably the ambush that you saw and thought might be setting an ambush. Ambush was sprung. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get out. So
We have carts. You and your friend can ride in the carts. We need to leave. If you wish to leave.
I'm gonna start walking back towards the second cart and see if I can talk to Baldy back there.
Okay.
Hey there, friend. How you holding up?
Are we safe?
Not at all.
Then, what are we doing?
Well, I'm hoping you know at least one more route to get to
Conconvert.
Concover.
So where were you looking?
You had left from Port Alamana.
Okay.
The Silk Road is a direct highway that leads to Conconver, which is the next town. It is known as a trade village along the route. So, the road is the safest route.
Road is the safest route.
Well, if that's the safest route, I think we're pretty well
So-
fucked.
Yep. These are the Canalia Woods.
the what?
The Canalia Woods.
The Cunnilingus Woods.
Jesus, Ring.
Cunnilingus.
I mean, both will make you see things, that's for sure.
How do I spell it?
Kanalir.
A-A-N.
Alir. Woods.
So that's the 28 The hopscotch across the trees to the cart.
Oh yeah, you are a magician on your feet. Just
Alright, well, I guess that's my
you choose which one you want to land on.
The one that came to a smooth halt.
That is a
The second
natural
one.
20 to take him back to my cart.
So you throw him gently.
Of course.
You're just like, "Oh, you're so light.
Throw him gingerly.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So you two are coming back here. The archer-looking one.
Yeah.
He is presently on the second cart.
I'd like to turn around.
Would I
Okay.
have
Boot
been
ass
able to
tail.
notice him hopping aboard?
I mean, once he got there, it's just like,
Yeah, I need to boot ass tail on our cart, the first one.
okay, so you are on the first one.
And Isaac, dear.
Am I
No.
driving?
Asic.
The Silk Road goes around these woods.
No, he called me dear first time.
People avoid it. If we go through, it may get us there quicker. But it's not safe.
Alright. You've traveled this road before.
Jump on that cart.
I am
Would
supposed to be on the cart.
you choose that type of ambush point set up again?
You want to sit
Or the
behind our
woods?
cart?
Woods
No.
is nice.
Woods is nice.
No, 'cause I
Alright,
said
we're
I
going
brought
to the
him to
woods.
my car.
We're going to the woods. Okay.
Okay, so I guess essentially the same setup except for the avians are on the back one.
Yeah, because I had said I brought him to our cart. Instead
Okay.
of the other one.
So who's guide and who's steer?
Let's see here. My dark vision and animal handling, I think I need to steer.
I have
Who's
dark
the
vision
queer
as
and
well.
who's the steer?
How's the animal handling?
Yours is one better than mine.
Okay. You want to assist me in things along the way, or you want to take the reins?
You're welcome to drive if you want. I
Okay.
can't exactly brake, apparently.
Wait,
Men
break.
drivers, huh?
You drive.
Okay, yeah.
Brakes as in stopping.
Right.
That's what.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
There you
okay. So yeah.
Okay.
To the
Jesus.
Go ahead and give me the animal handling.
Can I play
I
spotter for her?
roll.
15 plus 2, 17.
17.
Same.
Fantastic. And yes, by all means, if you wish to.
What am I doing? Perception? here?
Yes.
Key. Key.
That's
Key.
10.
10? Okay.
I do
So-
have dark vision if that helps.
That does help. Okay, that's good. That's very good.
Yeah.
That actually takes the challenge rating down pretty heftily. So you just made the cut. With dark vision. Without dark vision, that was another 5 you needed. So, but
Yeah,
yes, with a
okay.
10, you just make it. With both of your 17 animal handlings, you all take off once again. You don't happen to see things quite as far out and as easily as she did, but she's trying to focus. But you're able enough. Oh, right, left, and you all are off and moving again.
I've still got my light bulb in my hand.
Yes,
If that helps
yes.
a little.
It does. Yeah.
You could jump in on one of the horses.
Coleman, sort of.
Yeah, cast light on the horse.
Top Gear with the flashlights.
Yeah, exactly.
So yes, you all are off and to the races.
Unfortunately, our person who knows where we're going is in the cart behind us.
Yeah.
Go that way!
Manure!
Well, you talked to him though.
I did.
Yeah, but
he's
he's content to lay down in the
Yeah.
cart behind y'all. He's laying next to the one that you laid down.
Who,
He-
Balding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's not about this life.
Yeah,
This
he
is
just
too much
wants
excitement.
to pay her and keep his life and his cart.
Yeah.
Which is our cart that we're steering now.
No, no, no.
No, I have his
Yeah.
card.
Oh, right.
She has his
There's-
cart.
I specifically
You guys have
ran
both.
to that
You
card.
stole the cart we're on with the meat.
Yes.
Yes.
Give me a paper towel.
Stole the cart.
Yeah. We have stolen meat cart. Hey, they were dead. They weren't going to use it.
Just one.
14 coming in. Oh, yeah.
Interrupting things. I see how it is.
I can't
The,
take this.
the peppermints, yeah, you should
It's
take care of the
weird.
peppermint. I think he added some strawberry into it.
Yeah, I think so, because it's.
Strawberry mint.
Strawberry mint.
Sorry, guy. We were trying to help endorse you, but my girlfriend has to ruin it.
No, it's good. It just.
It's a spit or swallow
I-
situation.
Yeah. Now we know what she is.
I think it's because I had. Well, you know what? Whatever. It's because I had this one first, I think.
Ah,
Oh yeah,
sure.
mixing flavors is better.
Yeah.
Ooh, lordy, little
Oh,
man.
goodness.
All right, so
Okay.
yes, you all are off racing, narrowly avoiding one tree or another. Last minute, you see one that is fallen down. You're able to actually avoid it.
You're on target. It's cool.
You all
Alright.
are keeping up a hectic pace. You're going. How long do you try to keep going?
Well, how far up can I see the end of the tree line?
How far into the night are we?
I mean, that's kind of. It was still relatively early on into the night. You were probably on the 8 o'clock hour whenever the ambush was set. The encounter there was about 8:30 or so, and you just took off again. So it's kind of you're racing, you're racing, you're racing. How long do you intend to keep going?
Well, it's not safe in the dark. We can't stop anywhere.
And I'm at half health. Ish.
I already saved
I-
one person. I have nothing left.
Yeah, we don't really have any healing right now.
You can eat food. You got a meat cart.
Oh, hey. Wait, I'm steering. Not right now.
You can have him get meat from the cart.
Feed me.
There's always a little.
Yes,
door.
because the two of you were talking two carts separate.
Well, no,
Right,
but
of course.
you know.
What is that?
I have a mutton
Metagame?
chop.
Yeah, the meta pigeon. Meat.
Yes.
Eat.
Yes.
Here, whisper in the trees.
I say another hour or two to be safe away from the kobolds.
Okay.
Can we get?
I'm not saving your asses again. I feel like we should just keep going.
We don't know where we're going.
He does.
Yeah, but he's passed out in the trunk.
He's not passed out.
Also, I had asked to see like how far distance. Is there any way to tell?
It's pretty hard, especially with it being dark. You don't have much moonlight in, and even though you do have dark vision, your dark vision's only good out so far. So it's not like you can see into a horizon very well. So it's ongoing in front of you.
Okay. Should we find a place safe enough to camp or keep going?
It's one of the most dangerous. I'm not even in the cart. I think you'd like the cinnamon.
I mean, I could have tried the one that you spit out, but you know, you had to go and wrap it, so it's now got fuzzies on it.
You want the fuzzies?
No, I don't want the
I'm
fuzzies.
still just steadily steering.
Oh, there's so many fuzzies.
Yeah,
There's plenty more. I've got shitloads at home.
it's okay.
Okay. So she can see fairly well.
Yeah.
Can I sort of meander to the back of the cart and call out to, I suppose, anybody in the back who...
Yeah.
Hopefully Baldy will be able to answer.
Okay.
Fenor Baldy
How,
creatures.
how much further should we go?
I wake up Baldy
Okay.
and I ask him, how far and which direction should we go?
Keep going. Don't stop. They will kill us all. He's pretty, he's shook.
Well, I mean, I still agree with him.
That's fairly definitive. I think we should probably keep going then. Keep
Okay.
going.
Upon hearing him say that, I'm just going to turn around and watch behind us.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me a perception from behind.
I assume he's this one, right?
Yep, that is him.
That is a... What? It completely switched screens when I did that. What the fuck? 13.
13. Okay. You are watching out behind y'all. And you are watching the trees just...
Swinging your little bird feet off the edge of the car.
And
I don't picture...
No.
I know
Delay.
nothing about his
I was going to
character.
say, I don't picture Delay as one to do that. He's He is probably on it, just ready with a bow. Just
Ready to jump out the
Oh, yeah.
fucking cart.
oh yeah.
Yeah, we won't come
So
back.
I overheard a bit of what
Mhm.
what Azek was.
Well, I would relay it.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, straight ahead. As long as our boofaloos are doing well.
Boofaloos.
Okay. So
Do we need to keep doing like breakneck speed? I feel like this is going to end poorly before we reach our destination.
Well, I thought we had reached a decent pace. I didn't think we were.
well, I mean, it was breakneck.
Well, the
If
first
you
time.
wish to reduce speed, that is completely on you.
How are our buffaloes looking?
Medicine? Oh.
Would it be medicine or would it be animal? No, it's animal handling.
Yeah, we'll go with animal handling.
That's not how that works.
Or insight.
True.
I don't know shit.
17?
17.
I don't know shit.
You
You know anything
you
about our
get the
buffalo?
insight that at a fast pace they are tiring out much faster. But they're pretty hardy little bastards, and fear's a hell of a drug.
I feel like we should slow down. Just
Go
a
to a
tad.
steady pace.
Slow it down.
So
Okay.
I relay
pull the
that
reins
to
just
you.
slightly.
I'm just going to
Okay.
play sort of telegraph in
Yeah.
between our two drivers here.
We're passing letters back and forth.
Jesus Christ, I'm trusting myself to two women drivers.
Hey, I'm driving better than you did.
You can stop better than I did.
I was gonna say, I don't know. His driving was pretty clean.
I did jump on a fucking cart, turn around, and still managed to save someone's ass.
You did.
So,
Your employer, it was a paycheck.
From
It's
my
lovely.
perspective, one cart almost crashed and the other one stopped nicely.
Yep.
That's
He's on that one.
He's on the other one. Yeah.
Yeah,
not on me.
yeah.
Indeed.
Okay.
The reason I landed on the one I landed on.
All right.
I slowed down a bit and went to
Oh.
steady pace.
Okay, so you're no longer at a rushed pace. So you're a goober, baby.
This look, it's a fancy shape.
I see it. Yes.
You want one?
I'm good.
I keep this one for me.
So y'all are moving at a steady pace. As the buffalo finally start to slow down, you can see the labored breathing. They are just heavy, panting, but they are still moving forward. You've probably gone a good hour or two beyond, so it's late into the night. You do notice in few patches of clearing looking through. The moon is well into the air, and you keep moving through the night. With perception checks, you do occasionally catch small glimpses of white lights kind of hovering in the air at spaces, most of them usually just on the fringe of sight, 60 to 80 feet out from your carts.
Are
White
we
light.
going past them? Like,
It's just as you're going, you'll see just kind of and then it's gone.
But is it above us, in front of us, behind us?
For the most part, off on the outer edges. It's just as you're going, you just happen to catch it and you look. It's gone.
Can I check for any kind of like magical stuff happening?
I do also have
even at this steady
danger
pace.
sense now, and
Which
What's
gives you
the
advantage
other
on
one?
dexterity
no,
check.
hold on. There's another thing I have that's new for.
Yes.
Hello.
Would that be like an arcana?
If you
What?
wish.
Okay. That would be checking for magic and other ish.
Potentially.
Gain an uncanny sense of when things nearby aren't as they should
15.
be, giving you an edge when you dodge away from danger.
Yep.
You also have advantage on dexterity saving throws.
Yes, I know what danger sense is move. Okay, so
Sometimes
15.
it's just the one-
So 15. So you don't overly sense any magical presence, but with your Arcana check, you know you have read of similar potential instances. They're actually known to some woods from your homeland as well on Enkai. You get the sense from what you've read before that these are what are known as wisps.
What are the wisps?
Wisps are kind of a ghostly essence that usually have, well, she would know this because she rolled for it. You don't know a whole hell of a lot about it, but you do know that they usually tend to try to guide or steer creatures off of a known path into danger.
Okay, I'd like to just steer in between, or just
Okay.
making sure we're avoiding those white lights, because it doesn't seem clear. I want to go where there's clear and no lights.
Okay.
So we're using them as the white lines on the highway.
Yeah.
Just like, no,
Yeah.
just keep it between the lines.
Nope.
Fuck these things.
Nope.
And once they figure that out, we get led into danger.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. But still, like, let's
Yeah.
just avoid the
Yeah.
frogs.
So you do. You catch these glimpses just off of your peripherals, and you don't ever turn towards them. You kind of get the idea that they're trying to be alluring, and you are diverting your gaze. You see it instead of like looking at it. You're just like, okay, it's there, whatever. Ignoring it, you go, and you stay pretty steadfast. After a while, they tend to slow down, and you don't see them nearly as often. So you get the feel that you are moving fairly well into the clear.
Okay.
You keep your steady pace for probably another good 3, 4, 5 hours. The night's really starting to draw on. For pretty much all of you, you're starting to incur a level of exhaustion.
Is there any place that seems
Even me?
safe enough that might have water nearby?
Don't we have water skins?
Whatever, yeah.
Or
You
no,
do.
for the buffaloes.
For the buffaloes.
Woohoo.
I mean, you could most certainly try to roll and see if you can find some water.
Some place to set up camp for the buffaloes to have water.
Hmm.
What would this be?
What would you like to use?
I-
Perception, survival.
Inside?
Not survival. Perception is good.
Okay.
So 18.
Okay. With it being this late at night and your dark vision only good out to so far, you don't see any water in your nearby vicinity. I mean, it's very difficult to see beyond your line of sight to see if you can see any traces of what may be water moving near. You don't overly hear anything. It's kind of hard to hear because you are moving, and you do hear kind of the rustle of wind. You hear the pounding of hooves. You hear the creak of the wheels.
Can we slow down and maybe take a look around for any kind of campsite? Yeah.
I'm
I
okay
don't
with
think
it.
we're gonna find anything out here, but
I mean, it's either that or we take a point of exhaustion and our animals go kaput. You might be okay, but the animals go kaput and we don't have.
I'll
we
pull the
need-
cart.
We
Just kidding.
we might need them. So I'm gonna slow down and we need to be able to
Okay.
perceive better.
Okay.
I have fairly big elephant hands. I just go like this.
So try to find camp.
Do they eat meat? What do they eat? The buffaloes.
I don't know. What do you think they eat?
I'm gonna ask the owner, of course.
I think they eat grass.
But they're buffaloes. They eat more buffaloes. They're cannibals like chickens.
So your carts are slowing down. What would you like to do?
Definitely don't want to stop. Not for very long, at least.
Well,
Did you do a perception check?
I did. That's where that just came from.
Okay, so that was your perception.
Searching for water and a campsite.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the same
Team?
as looking for. What time is it now, roughly?
You would hazard a guess
9,
it's
10, 11, 12, 1. At
probably
least 2?
into the 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock hour, somewhere in that range.
The sun will be coming up soon. Okay, with 17, how exhausted are the buffaloes?
Well, what is that 17? What kind of a check is that? Different checks are going to give you different information.
Okay. Sorry, it's an 18 actually. Perception.
18 perception? I mean, so you take a cursory glance over them. they are still moving steady. The labored breathing has slowed down a bit, but you kind of do see some unnatural little jerks and twitches from time to time
But
on
aren't they
them.
used to this trip?
Probably not the way we were hauling ass, though.
I'm
less
sure they're
concerned with
used
the
to it.
buffalo, more concerned about me.
Okay, we'll take turns.
Yeah?
But we've all been awake,
Yeah?
so we take what naps in the cart and then swap out driving.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so we haven't set up camp or anything, and I can get a full night's rest in 4 hours, correct, DM?
That is correct.
So we're just kind of trucking along between steady and slow right now,
Okay.
letting them catch a breath.
Okay.
And then, how do you take 8 hours of full sleep?
For a full rest, yeah.
Are you pretty worn out?
Well,
I mean, my
we're
character's fine.
all hitting exhaustion at this point,
Okay.
so like we're all tired.
Okay.
Weak things.
Well,
Sure, we could force it for another hour and a half, right? Fine.
We don't have any frame of reference as to how far we are from the town.
I'm more worried about when the sun comes up. When the sun comes up, the danger level drops, and then we can stop.
Could we do?
Why does the danger level drop?
I mean, we were attacked in the afternoon.
Yes, but it's okay. Whatever. I just
Because
I mean,
player knowledge here. Sun comes up, everyone goes to sleep, enemies can see better.
well, we still fucking suck. So
maybe. Well,
I'm
how
not the only one
much?
that sees the flaw in that plan.
How much? How
you know
much?
how many times we've slept during the day in the middle of nowhere, in our other campaigns?
Yeah.
How much exhaustion would be relieved for a short
But in the
rest?
other campaigns we had the devotion
Short
take
rest
all the
does not
hits.
take away points of
Woke up.
exhaustion.
Nope.
Only long rest does.
Okay. So if it's about 2 o'clock right now.
Mm. 2 to 3ish, yes.
Okay. Well, you're gonna need to rest.
I'm for stopping for at least a bit.
Well, if we stop for 8 hours, that's the only way that you get some of your health back, right?
No, you can take a short rest and roll hit die if you haven't done it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you can regain health. You just can't regain the point of exhaustion.
Do I get spells back on short rest?
You do, as a warlock with short rest.
Did we already take 1 point of exhaustion?
Yes.
Oh.
How many
So-
points are there?
6 points of exhaustion equals death.
Yeah, we need to stop.
Oh,
There's no need.
Yeah.
would you look at that?
I've only ever seen someone go past 2.
Yeah.
I thought we were just getting near that. I didn't realize it was already a
How
point
often do the
taken.
points go up?
When I gave you the hint that exhaustion is set in,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
Ah.
the granting of
I see.
point of
Okay.
exhaustion.
So, camp?
Yeah, I think so.
Camp.
Okay.
Any dangers around? I know that I had that perception. There's
We can
also,
take watches.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
it's gonna suck because we're gonna be at disadvantage.
Okay.
But
I'll take first watch,
Okay.
and who can stay up with me? He need to go to bed.
I mean, I'll stay up.
Well, you
Yours
only
is-
need 4 hours to complete a full
So
rest.
should I take last 4? DM, would that make sense?
That I leave to the party.
I've never slept before.
What is this new sense of sleep? Well, technically, aren't you like never technically asleep?
No,
Like
they
you
are.
asleep, but you still.
You are essentially in a
Trance.
deep trance, so
Sounds like
you're
it.
still not overly aware of your surroundings. It's not like you're, oh, I can hear everything while I'm sitting.
You can still
Well, no,
whack
but-
asleep and
You turn your brain off.
Yeah, I'm completely out of service for 4 hours, but I get a full rest in 4 hours.
Yeah.
you,
So that would put someone at 5 hours of exhaustion, right?
Hours of exhaustion, yes, but points of exhaustion, completely different things.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'll stay up and you sleep first.
yeah, you can
And then
sleep.
you take second watch and then I'll go to sleep.
Okay. Okay. So I go night for 4 hours.
Oh wait, is it dark still?
Yes.
It-
It's
it's
2
two?
o'clock in the morning.
I can't see
2 to
anything.
3.
So while it's
I'll
still
stay.
dark, while it's still dark, you sleep. I mean, I'll sleep, and then after the 4, we'll switch, and then we'll switch.
When it's
That's
closer to
12. What kind
daylight.
of trees are around us?
Tall trees. Most of the branches don't begin until about the 10 to 15 foot range.
So the same kind of
You're in
trees
the
we were
woods.
last.
Yes, you're in the same kind of woods.
That is a 18 to scramble up a tree.
Okay. And
We watch him scramble up and just like, huh? Okay.
yep, he is
He's
up
your
in a
tree.
tree. Yeah, he is in a tree.
Wrong mini.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. You are the archer.
that's funny, but oh god, I'm dead.
You're dead.
I fell off.
Told you were tired.
God damn it.
That is a 22 to
That is my
stealth.
favorite.
Okay.
Up in the tree.
So you find a good little
Peter's favorite too.
look area where two of the thicker branches converge with a lot of foliage that are hanging, lingering around it, and you feel like this is a good, pretty good place to.
And so
And silent in your sleep.
Shake my head.
Um, Fenor is sleeping, and so are you.
Yes.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Okay. Am I awake with Baldy?
Oh, Baldy's been passed the
No,
fuck
he's
out
passed
for.
out. He's not gonna.
Yeah,
That's fine.
he's probably been passed out a good 4 hours or so.
I'm up by myself. Yes.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Okay. Everyone else is night, and I am up for a while, and need to just check the area. I need to make sure everyone is good, and just trying to figure out what the hell we're gonna be in for to get away from
Okay.
those creatures, and hoping we're not gonna see them.
All right.
Okay. So go ahead and give me your perception roll at disadvantage.
Why is it disadvantage?
Exhaustion.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what exhaustion does.
Forgot. I'm sorry.
Ability checks at disadvantage.
What if you have advantage on it?
Then it's
Perception.
negated.
You would roll,
So-
and then how do I do
Do you
this?
have advantage on perception?
Yeah.
No.
No.
You are trained in it, so you get bonuses to it, but
You
you do
roll
not.
twice.
Just
Okay.
roll it
And
And
twice.
then you'll take the lower of the
Bonus.
two.
Okay. 17 plus 4, 21.
That was your low roll?
I have a
Roll.
17 and a 19.
Jesus Christ. Okay, you are vigilant in your
17
watch.
plus 4.
Okay. Nevara, the ever vigilant mother hen of this group of people just trying to survive the goddamn night. You move through the woods. You even see where the your avian friend has made a nice little perch up in the tree, about a good 20-ish feet up. It's kind of cute. And you patrol the area. Everything seems to be relatively quiet.
Sweet.
How long are you going the full 4 hours before?
Well, I need to allow them to rest as long as needed for them to get some sleep. And
I mean, they would need to do a full 8 hours to remove the exhaustion.
And then you can sleep and he can drive.
let's do that. And I just
Okay. So you're going on about 4 hours or so in, you start to notice the sunlight is coming up. You notice the break in the distance. It's kind of a relief. You feel like you have survived the night. Around this time, Baldy does wake up. He
Right,
happens to
bastard.
wake up, fully rested. He sees that you're still in the woods and a little concerned. Miss, why are we still here? I thought we were leaving.
I come back and check with him.
I mean, you're probably outside of it because you've been patrolling.
Right, of course. Speaking with him, our friends were not gonna make it completely through the night, and I found it quite safe in this small area, just for the.
What if something had found us? What if they slit our throats while we slept? That's.
I stayed awake all night. I promise. I kept watch all night. All night.
A good perception roll.
I believe you, dear, but we should leave. This
Yes.
is not a safe place to stay in.
Has everyone else slept well enough?
I mean, at least for the last 4 hours, they have been knocked the fuck out.
Okay.
So, I mean,
Where do we go from here? I'm asleep, so this is just.
Okay. Let we can get
So
our.
even standing watch for 2 hours will work for a long rest, right? So she doesn't have to go the full 8. Just long rest is a period of extended downtime, at least 8 hours long, during which a character sleeps or performs light activity, reading, talking, eating, or standing watch for no more than 2 hours.
that's so the no more than 2 hours is the stipulation to maintain the full effects of the long rest. So she still, at this point, would need to maintain a full 4 hours of actual sleep.
No, I mean, like,
Yeah.
I could wake up 6-ish hours.
Ish,
and let her
yes.
sleep.
So you would be a little dreary because you wouldn't have gotten like 8 hours of solid rest, but you, during that point, so you would still have the exhaustion for the 2 hours of doing it, but that's more because you're tired and trying to wake up. Kind of think of how like you are when you come to work
How- when
anyways.
I normally...
Yeah.
It's
You a
exactly-
normal life. So it'd be like that, but once you got to the end of that, you would start to kind of wake up and the effects of the rest would finally take effect
Okay,
in that aspect.
alright.
So before. Well. Speaking with Baldy, I'm gonna go check and see how the other fellas are doing. And try to
Be
get-
quick.
Yeah.
We need to leave.
Okay.
Now.
And I go over to Isaac. Hey, you up?
So at this point I'm at 4 hours.
Yes, you are currently at 4 hours.
So he still has the 1 point of exhaustion.
Yes.
You get to roll for some extra help.
Yes, he can potentially get back up to full health.
I have no idea.
You would roll a hit dice. So whatever dice you roll to gain health, whenever you level, that's your dice that you can roll. And because you're level 2, you have the ability to use 2 hit dice to regain health. So you get, if you wish to use your hit dice, you expend those and add your Constitution modifier. At the end of a long rest, you regain half of your hit dice spent, or up to half your level dice.
I don't see where the hell my hit dice are. I'm looking.
I believe yours is a D8. So if you look at your health, it should tell you what your health comprises of. So it should be 2D whatever plus con modifier. And I don't know what your health is right now, so sorry. I could. Here, I'll pull yours up as well. Let's see. 18 health. Oh, yeah, you probably have a D8. There you are, Isaac.
The only thing I see is this.
Yeah, no. Like I said, we want to look at your actual health.
If I pull up my actual health, it just shows me the little wheel for plus or minus damage.
Yep. So go ahead. I'm going into your edit character, and then. Yep. See right here on manage character. Hit
Aha.
dice 2d8.
Got it.
Max hit points is 18.
Is that the one under short rest?
No. That's under, if you click on your character portrait and you see manage character,
You mean edit character?
or edit character, yeah.
Yeah.
And then once that finally comes up, you'll see character level is 2. What is your max hit points? What are your hit dice?
Alright.
So, and then you can click the little character sheet looking thing in the upper right, and it'll take you back into your character sheet out of the edit mode.
Alright. So I'll use one of my hit die.
Okay. So you are going to go ahead and wake up?
I think I need a nap.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Okay.
And Baldy says we need to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I don't give a shit what Baldy says.
Oh. Okay.
So I got 4 health back.
Okay. So you were down 6, so you are back up 4. 4. You are at 16 of 18.
Yep.
Well done, well done. Okay, so you have woken up. Oh, Timothy, I did not know you were there. So you have woken up Isaac. Isaac now takes over the watch, and you.
I want to go night in there and cover up my eyes.
Okay.
So I don't get a long rest for this then.
Not yet. So, I mean, you're halfway complete through a long rest. So if you potentially take 2 hours and then go to sleep and do the other 2 hours or more,
Okay.
you'll still get the full effects of a full rest. So,
I'll do. Yeah, I guess I'll do 2 hours and then. I can
Okay.
Switch back with her, or you can switch with me.
I'll switch with you probably.
yeah.
So she can
So-
get her 4.
Are we just gonna stay?
I don't
There's
know.
2 people awake. 2 hours of light activity. We can still continue, right?
Well, that'll be on you. We need to leave.
He won't stop nagging you for 2 hours.
He will if I punch him.
Oh, please don't do that, because then I'll have to hurt you.
Oh, I didn't punch the cart. You have to guard the cart.
Loophole.
Sure you're not a lawyer, sir? Background check?
Wait.
Sir, please listen to me. The woman, she would not listen.
Look, I know you're paranoid. I know you're scared. However, would you be more frightened by us charging this buffalo into a tree? Can you drive?
Yes, it's my cart.
You ready to drive?
We can leave now.
Can you drive both of them?
No.
Therein lies the problem.
See, I don't see my problem.
Sounds shifty as fuck.
Who's going to take off with us?
I'll start charging up an Eldritch Blast in my
Yeah, don't
hand.
do that.
Oh, roll an intimidation.
This will be fun. Oh, it's gonna be fun.
It's 13.
What'd you roll, honey?
Actual 19. You think that scares me? We had 30 guard plus die right in front of us. That. And you don't know these woods like I've heard the tales. We need to get out of here. And he kind of takes off in a little huff. Not towards the seat of the carriage, but he does kind of stamp off.
Go ahead, go die so I can have your car. Steal your money off your dead card.
After that,
My character wouldn't do that.
I'll wander away from him and continue the watch.
Okay, go ahead and give me your perception rolls at disadvantage.
Okay. I'm going to use my inspiration for that one,
Ah, you said it early. I like it.
because that was a 5. At disadvantage? So the lower of the
Yes.
2,
So it'd be the middle of the 3, I guess.
16.
16. Okay. So you take off away from Baldy, who storms off like a little bitch. He's a little huffy, but
Stamp
you
his
commit.
little foot.
Yeah, I know. And you go to walk around the other side, and you begin your watch. And the sun has risen, and you're looking. Oddly, it seems pretty peaceful for as much shit as this guy's making out. Like, seems clear.
Hmm.
Alright.
About
I know you. Something is wrong.
About 20 minutes in, you happen to actually hear one of the wagons moving. You were completing a circuit, and Baldy has now hopped onto his and is starting to move on.
Awesome. Bye.
So you were in circuit, and he begins it. It's not moving at a fast pace, but
He's walking by you like, see you.
That's not enough noise to wake me up.
probably not.
Uh-uh.
Even the one that's laying in the cart, it's kind of like sitting in a long car ride. It's just like, oh, that's nice.
So I'm gonna yell real loud. Hey, Fenora!
Okay, so go ahead and roll it. You will be at disadvantage to your perception.
A natural 20. Fucking 8. Fuck me. The one time.
Shit.
Yeah.
So I open my eyes because I rolled high enough to hear him yell.
Did you roll at disadvantage?
He did.
Am I exhausted?
Yeah. All of you were.
You still rolled high enough.
I still roll high.
Hello, numbers, people. Numbers.
Perception or
Yes.
15?
15. Okay. Yeah, I'll give it. It was enough.
It's
But
always
that's
enough.
just barely enough. So yes, you
Mine
happen
would
to
have
hear the "Hey Fenor!" and you're just, the fuck is a Fenor? And you look and you see one of the carts riding off.
Is anyone getting in the other cart?
I mean, from your vantage, you do see one person is laying in the other cart, but they look to be sleeping.
Yeah, not driving.
Yeah. And I am not entirely sure what.
Do you try again? Or
No, fuck it, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him.
kill my fucking employer?
Well, then you have all of his money.
Not if you. It's
It's
not
not like
fire,
he has
is
to
it?
pull it. No.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, it's a little eldritchy. It's
That's an
kind of fire.
abrupt halt.
Roll your attack!
Alright.
And this isn't a disadvantage because this doesn't affect attack rolls.
That's a sneak attack.
He's not a rogue, he didn't get sneak attack.
Oh, fuck.
Why am I?
God damn it. There's always one in the party.
This strawberry candy is really good.
Strawberry cotton candy.
An 8 to hit?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Damn. Don't you have. What is your plus? What'd you roll?
I rolled a 6.
You have more than a +2 to hit.
You should have more than
Hell
plus
is
two
it?
hit.
Go to your.
It'll be your charisma modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
Now hell, just go to attack. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
go to your attack window.
That's the screen I was looking for.
I was gonna say, son of a
It's the
bitch, would you
middle
roll a 2? Because you probably have like a +5 or
Plus 5, so yeah, 11.
11. 11 does hit.
Ouch.
Okay.
Wonderful 10 armor. So go ahead and roll a d10 of damage.
Poor body.
I'm not moving. I'm waiting to see how this plays out.
But you're awake.
For now.
Yeah.
It depends how this plays out.
You like that? No.
9 plus 5. 14.
Oh, you took the invocation for the extra damage?
I
Nice.
sure
You are a clever warlock. You blast Baldy out his boots. I mean...
Is he dead now?
He had like 5 hit points.
I told you not to take the cart.
So you yell for Fenor. Fenor doesn't stir, and you just walk and you line it up. Better stop. Better stop. You charge it up, and Baldy pays no, and just...
Okay.
And
Does the second cart stop moving?
oh, second cart stops moving.
I'm going back to sleep.
Baldy just takes it broadside and is knocked clean off. Like, that's not even knocked unconscious. That is straight to death.
Yeah, 'cause it's over.
Over half his hit points into the negative. Baldy is muerte.
Did she wake up now?
I don't know, what'd you roll?
I didn't. I was just playing with my d6.
Oh,
I have to roll twice.
roll twice.
The lowest was a 10 plus 2 is 12.
You are still out.
The one time I fucking roll low, and it's to wake up to the death of my employer.
So I was about, what, half hour into my watch at this point?
Yeah, about half hour into your watch.
Okay. Well,
You woke up the angry one.
I'll continue walking around. I'm tired. I'm cranky. It smells weird over by that cart now because things are cooking. And I'll finish up my 2 hours. Unless you got something more for me to look out for.
I mean, for one, inspiration point is brilliance.
Thank you.
Oh, I tip my bald cap to you, sir. You murdered Baldy.
Does
Hence,
this mean I own the cart now?
I don't know. You can figure that out when you wake up.
Cool.
Well,
I'm having sweet dreams right now.
Yeah, you are. The buffalo kind of just like, not my problem, and commences to eating a bit of grass.
Buffalo sounds like my kind of person.
I'm saying.
Buffalo do not eat other buffalo.
like I said, at my 2 hour point, I'll wander over to where Fenor is sleeping.
Oh god.
Tap her very gently.
Do I have to roll to wake up?
Hey, wake up.
Okay.
No, he can be persistent enough until you wake up, which at this point would be at the 6 hour mark. So as long as it is just light duty work for the next 2 hours, you will have the full benefit of a long rest. However, you do still have the point of exhaustion for the next 2 hours.
Okay.
But you do wake up.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, so I got you a present.
Okay.
I gave the inspiration point too soon.
You're now the proud owner of this wonderful cart. Don't look over there on the. It's fine. Okay, so look, it's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. I know you woke up in a slightly different spot from where you went to sleep, but everything's fine.
Oh god, I'm fucking crying.
And enjoy your new cart.
You're telling someone who can rage and kill you in 1 hit to calm down. Right now.
Not telling you to calm down.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean,
if it makes any I
I
mean,
love this group. Okay.
so by technicality, you could be persuasive in your charismatic ways.
I mean,
You want to roll a check for it?
if I see her responding with anger, I might try. Are you getting pissed off at any of this?
I'm gonna
Because
turn
everything
around, of
else
course.
seems sort to roll off your shoulders a bit. So
I'm gonna turn around
okay.
and I'm gonna see him and go, what happened?
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. Our friend here
Uh-huh.
came to after his lovely nap and was upset that we weren't still moving.
Okay.
You know, with all of us being exhausted and whatnot. So I said, I understand. We're standing guard. We're going to take a nap. And then we're going to hit the road again on our way. He didn't like that plan and started driving off with you in the back seat. Hence why the cart is here and not over there where it was.
Okay, that makes sense.
So when he said, no, I'm not going to stop, this is my cart, I said, not anymore, and made him go away. So now it's your cart.
So you killed him.
Well, that's such a strong word.
Mild case of death.
I merely removed the source of conflict.
Or consciousness. Completely.
You're asleep.
Silence. I get it.
What? Well, he
Ask me what
did
it was.
threaten to kidnap me, and I did just. And I kind of trail off at that point.
Just trying to keep everybody happy, dear.
He tried to kidnap me. That's a
Oh,
shame.
it-
Guess we should bury him.
Yes. We could. Yes. That sounds like a good plan. We could do that much.
I mean, he deserves at least that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna hop off the cart. I'm gonna come over here. Take the money that he fucking owes me. Also grab the rest of it, whatever it is. And I am going to resume watch.
So, if it's okay with you,
Mm-hmm.
can we bury him after I take just a teensy little nap? But,
Yeah, you're hangry. It's fine. Just go to sleep.
Here's a Snickers.
Pull a Snickers out. Here you go.
okay.
And once everyone's well rested, we'll.
You pull out a nutty ration bar.
I pull out a payday.
Fantastic. Love it.
Too.
I gotta go back to work on it.
I'm,
Huh?
I gotta go back to work on it.
Why?
My paycheck's on my desk.
Good thing it's only like 6 minutes down the road.
So
And
with,
I,
with her acquiescing, I'm gonna head back to the cart.
Okay.
I'm
I'm just gonna kind of
down for a snooze.
shake my head.
Hold the
and-
front door. Are we sleeping together?
You're sleeping next to each other in a car. Don't get excited, Missy.
Well, you're all tranced out and creepy like.
You're technically
have-
not laying down.
Yeah.
In the car. You're
I mean, you
Right.
can lay
He's not
down in a
touching you,
trance.
okay?
She can be sitting up, laying
She'd be the
down.
weirdest elf because that's the first one I've ever seen do it.
She could.
And I'm a moon elf, so yeah.
By technicality, how many elves has your character seen?
Talking about player knowledge. I've never seen anyone lay down with a fucking elf.
Like that?
lay down with an elf.
Hey.
No, that's it. I've played many an elf that is laid down. You know what I'm saying?
Not that kind of elf.
Is it gonna be? Is it like the marine sleep where it's like just sort of eyes wide open and staring off?
I am sleeping.
No,
Yeah.
we're for
I
the most part,
did- I
we'll
did
at least
know
say your eyes are closed.
You knew one dude that did that in game.
Anyway,
Right. Okay.
so as he goes to sleep, I'm gonna look at him, shake my head, look at my boss, and go,
How much money did you get?
I don't know. How much money did I get?
Are you attempting to loot his body?
I mean, I thought that was
I think she
implied.
has spare
That's what she
time.
Oh,
That's what you did.
I mean, if you want to attempt now, you'll roll at disadvantage.
Oh,
we can bury him when I wake up.
Yeah, do it, no matter.
I'm gonna wait 2 hours.
Okay. So go ahead and give me your perception roll.
2, right?
Yep, 2. Wow.
Live up.
16?
16? Okay,
Okay.
that's fine.
Okay.
If shit hits the fan now, I'm going to be so upset.
No, you gotta remember, our previous character rolled 30s for perception on the regular.
Yeah.
Hey, we're
Yeah, so
full level.
16.
She was doing that shit at level 5.
This is crack.
Okay. So yes, you have commenced your watch, Fenor. Patrolling around, walking past your former employer Baldy's body
Shake my
multiple
head
times,
Every time.
shaking your head every time, sizing up the body a little bit.
Is the smell getting any better?
Oh no! And she's got keen sense with her with her nose
I
because she's got a
do.
long trunk. So
I
it's
do. It's a little potent. I like go around the wrist a little bit further to hope.
yeah. Each revolution she
Do a
gets
figure
just a
8.
little bit further around from Baldy. Like, ooh, I think he shit himself in death.
But I just
Like, you knocked the shit out that boy.
maybe.
Get down here, you'll say, ah!
Not to the tape.
Oh yeah, because don't people like?
Oh yeah, they loose
Oh.
their bowels when they die.
It depends on how they die. But they think that qualifies.
Oh yeah, that's force damage. Yeah, the poop has vacated thine premises into thine trousers.
You done
It's like that
shat
cyanide and
yourself?
happiness video
Yeah.
where he's drunk and they leave the bar and he's like, "Hey, I'm just expecting my friends to join me." He's like walking like this and he's got shit in his pants.
Yep.
It's alright.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty.
Pretty much.
I've seen that one.
Oh, so I guess I should write down that he's dead.
Yeah. Baldy is dead. I'm gonna have to write down Baldy is dead.
I have a whole story. It's fine. I've been writing down everything. Anyone that missed this is just
Yeah.
in my book.
I like
So-
writing, that's why I bring a microphone.
Yeah.
I'm looking at how to
Wait,
spell.
what?
Is it
I don't like writing, that's why I
BLDI?
bring a microphone.
Oh,
Right.
brilliant. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, this is
Yep.
spicy. I never got a big piece until now.
Anywho. You lost something there.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah. So you go around making your revolutions around the camp. You do your 2 hours.
Weakness.
You're finally feeling like you're waking up. Oh, the 6 hours of sleep were pretty solid. You slept like a rock. The 2 hours you were kind of sluggish, but you're starting to kind of shake it off. It's getting along the 7 o'clock-ish in the morning, so the sun's been up for a little over, hour and a half.
And everyone's baking on top of the carts. You guys smell like bacon.
Well, technically, both carts that you have canopies, so
Oh.
they're in the
front.
shade.
Okay.
Yeah.
We stole nice carts. Like,
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, you guys didn't. You didn't steal the peasant carts. Just
Yeah,
throwing
no.
that out there.
We took
So-
the Range Rovers.
I know.
And
Have you two eaten yet?
yes,
Yeah, we had
a little bit.
sandwiches.
Yeah.
One.
I think I want a pizza.
There you go.
Does it have pepperoni? Can't have pepperoni. I want pepperoni.
Okay.
So you get it on afterwards. Everybody has the ability to start waking up if they'd like. You all do gain the benefits of your full rest at this
Yay.
point.
So.
Does pizza open up the lure?
Yeah.
so-
Yeah.
You gotta specify allergies to them though, because if not, they're gonna kill me with their fucking pizza.
What allergy do you have?
Jalapenos.
She can't.
Even
I don't
even
like
if I
jalapenos.
specify, it always somehow ends up on the pizza.
So I'm waking up and wondering what the fuck that smell is.
You are waking up and wondering
It
what
smells-
thine fuck
It smells
that
like
is.
sewage and death.
So I'm gonna hop down from my cart and start on this as
Oh.
everyone's waking up.
Yeah.
That's gonna look so
This is about
suspicious.
the time I'd be naturally waking up.
Yeah. You are in the tree like, and you look, the carts are still both there. All's well.
I'll get down and I did promise I would help, so
I will now
wander
do
I'm
about.
looking at Azek wondering if the smell is him. I have no idea. I haven't vacated the cart yet. I'm like, what is? Oh dear. Oh.
If it's any defense, you are in the meat cart. So this is salted and dried meats. So
Right.
At
So it
least-
smells like sewage, death, and jerky.
pretty much, yeah.
That's so confusing right now.
Right.
Anyway,
All right.
Smells like college.
It's an apt description.
what do I add to Luda's body? Things.
Investigation.
Investigation.
You're digging in his drawers.
Oh, yeah. That,
That's an 18.
18. Okay. So you commence looting his body, and he has 140 gold on his person.
I think that
Nice.
should be
I'm sorry,
split.
who's upset that I killed him?
I think that should be split at least some.
You guys don't know anything.
Oh.
I went and
308.
wandered over.
Don't worry.
Titan A.
Oh. Oh
I
my
did.
god.
You don't know how much I have, but you know.
That's fine.
Oh my heavens.
70508.
I,
We have a new friendship.
So, yes, you find 140 gold on his person,
Sweet.
and you also find a key around his neck.
Obviously, I'm gonna take the key. And I'm gonna hide it under my fancy new clothes.
Okay.
you're,
Oh, she does have fancy clothes. I
She
forgot.
does have the fancy parachute-esque looking clothes
Yes.
now. Yes, that you all bought in your session 0 in Port Halamana.
yes.
Yes.
That was fun.
It
I
was
enjoyed
lots of
my,
fun.
my free shopping spree and bought a big giant fat ass dress for my elephant body.
Yes. All right. So,
So
What
getting out of the cart, I'm walking around and seeing what they're pilfering through and digging into
Okay.
the ground for?
So we're just cleaning them up, getting ready to bury him.
Doing bury who? What?
Ask your friend.
Wait a minute. What?
Good morning, dear.
Is that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, this?
What the hell
I
happened?
can't breathe.
This was a little bit of a misunderstanding. You see, he misunderstood me, and I clarified my
Oh.
point.
That didn't go very well.
That,
Just
no, that's not a misunderstanding. He's deaf.
Well, yes, he is.
He's deaf in the ground, in the dirt right now.
Well, right now he's on the trip, but
he
yes.
tried to kidnap me
He
What?
tr-
and
yes.
take the card away.
Oh, fuck him then.
And an sick guy.
Again.
He tried
No.
to take us away.
No, wait, where's the bird fella? The other bird fella.
In the tree still.
Oh. Is he awake?
Here, wave.
Technically, only the one that spotted me is see me.
Yeah.
That was her. She was the one that spotted you before.
So why is she asking where I'm at?
Yeah.
Well, because I just woke up.
Yeah, but you're the only one that knew where I was to begin with.
So you could have said that, and she was looking around, and she looked to where she last saw you, and you see where he was, and it's like, okay, so he's still there.
Just trying to wonder what's up with
So
with you.
while they're looking in there, I'm gonna.
You see me
Hand you
stretching is what
40.
you see.
Oh,
I
cool.
need a cup of
All right.
coffee. What happened?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Y'all splitting up money.
You don't know anything, actually.
No, I just see y'all messing with money because I'm standing right there.
No.
No.
You said when you got up, you looked for him, and then you walked to us. Or wait, where's you? You're still over here, bitch.
No,
Oh God.
no one moved my creature.
Okay, so you saw him. No. Hey guys.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like picking up his body.
Oh, that stinks.
You get to dig the hole.
Yeah. Okay.
Dig a hole, dig a hole.
Dig a hole.
Dick a hole?
Dig a hole.
And
I
then
had the
money?
peppermint.
Mm-hmm.
in my
Oh,
bag.
you're in the camp of pineapple and pizza or not pineapple and pizza?
She's very much a pineapple in the camp.
I knew where
What
that
about
was.
onions?
Yes.
Do. Okay. I guess I'll look for something to dig with.
Oh,
You have tools?
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got something in this cart.
Yeah.
Do, 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 do,
Want to
do.
root around the cart for
I have-
something vaguely
I have certain-
shovel-ish?
okay. So go ahead and give me an investigation check. Is anybody else doing anything else while he looks for a shovel?
I'm looking.
I'm
Perception?
Looking, I'm looking.
Or investigation.
For
In the cart. We're looking in the cart.
he is. Are you doing the same thing? Are you helping him?
Here.
Okay, if you're helping him, that's fine. That's investigation, woman.
I have nothing that will assist this.
I got a 13.
Okay. 13.
I have a 15.
15. All right.
I
Is anyone else doing anything while the two of them root around in a cart?
I like. Okay, what day of the time of the day is it?
It's
Seven?
7:30ish.
Just to look around and see what's going on, how everything has fared over the course of the evening, and that's it.
Okay. So go ahead and give a perception then.
Oh.
6.
6. Okay.
Somebody's still waking up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And coffee.
You're still kind of trying to wake up. You're a little frazzled. Hair's
Yeah,
kind of
tea.
you know, been places, and the death of somebody here is a little rattling you. You trying to look around, and you just keep coming back to the body like, just unfortunate, poor creature, poor soul. Why did this have to happen?
And I can't even think
That
about tea with that smell.
Elves actually care.
Did we find the shovel?
I'm sorry, your people were mean to me.
You two commence to rooting around in the cart. You do notice several what look like lock boxes that are underneath the bench seats that are underneath there, which each of you do has your own personal key to your own personal lock box that you could have personally stored some things.
Oh,
And there are about another so there's a dozen of them total.
Okay.
So there are a dozen lock boxes underneath. You do see outside of that there is a small trunk, and you open it up and it does look like it's tools to repair a cart. So things, levers to create like lifts and stands for it, tools to assist with removing the wheel.
Stop it.
Tell Pizza Hut to stop it.
Bastard.
Is that what that was? Wow.
First one was Cowboy One saying I had money taken out of my account. Second one was Beachwood saying thank you for the order.
Oh, gotcha. So, no exact shovel, but you do see a tool that looks like it might be used to possibly move dirt around from where a wheel may be stuck in. Like, it's not exactly a shovel, but it kind of looks like a miniature hoe.
I was waiting for that.
Some midget porn.
Yes.
That's where she took it.
Yes, she did.
I was just thinking
I didn't-
dwarf.
Alright, so are we in we're in forest, or is this like marsh?
This is forest. Like, this is woods. You
Okay.
are probably about a little over a week out from exiting the marshlands. You guys were on the road for about a good 3 weeks or so.
Okay.
So yeah, you're on pretty dry land at this point.
Okay, so I'll dig a little bit of a hole. I mean,
Okay.
it'll be.
Okay, go ahead and give me an athletics roll.
This is gonna be so bad.
Oh, I'm actually really good at that.
13 minus 1, 12.
12. Okay, so you take this tool that you're not familiar with. What the fuck? This is gonna take a while.
It's an unnatural 20. Give me that.
Yeah, you had to sense. This is gonna take a
You didn't
while.
want to do it. You should have just said something. I'm just.
Well, it's not so much a this as it is a.
My intent.
Regardless,
was-
she's fine.
I was gonna dig down like 3 inches, toss him in the hole, and cover him with sticks. That was my intention.
Yeah.
I,
Dig a
Yeah.
better.
Okay. Well,
What are you rolling for?
Hmm.
What are you? God damn it! What's happening now?
That's a 9 perception. I'm probably watching them.
All right. So does a 22 hit?
Hello.
Hello.
Where is baby boy?
Asleep.
Oh.
It's bedtime.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Is mom home?
So does a 22 hit you, Isaac?
No, I just.
yeah.
I thought you had a big
Okay.
boy.
I do, but
Did you eat yet?
Me. God damn it.
Did you eat?
So
I
you
have
take
pizza
8 points of damage from a bolt hitting you square in your shoulder just after handing over the tool to Fëanor.
okay.
No.
So you are kind of positioned between the two, and I mean it came from.
So that's a new perception roll to see where that came from.
And I can
That is
actually have a button I can
18.
press to talk.
18.
If I want to.
You see off in the distance, probably around 120 feet, and approaching a very large number of creatures.
Yeah, time to go.
Time to go.
Coming
Leave them.
this way of a a lizard or dragon persuasion.
He made a noise when he got shot, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm repeating that noise.
Ah!
Exactly.
Oh,
'Cause
because you're the mem. Oh, God
Kinkus
damn.
can only.
And
do
when you look, you see me pointing.
he makes,
Okay.
and not that it's the same sound. It is identical.
It sounded
sound.
exactly him.
It is the
He
same exact.
echoed.
Yeah.
So
And you look in the tree like, what the fuck? And you think he might have been shot too, but he is pointing off into the woods.
Okay. Load up. Load up. We gotta go.
He's good.
I jump onto the previous cart I was on.
Okay.
I
Alright.
take it you're jumping on with.
Birdman.
Are you coming, Birdman?
I am gonna.
We're about to find out. Yeah, that's well over 20.
Okay, which one are you jumping on?
Closer to 2, I guess.
Fly, Birdman, fly.
The Birdman hops, lands on your cart, and it's a little startled, like, oh shit, hey, there he is.
And yeah! And I'm grabbing the reins and we need to haul ass.
Okay, so go ahead and give me new animal handlings.
Okay. Ah! My shit fell asleep. Hold on.
It's
Okay.
19.
19. Alright, you take the lead,
Whoop whoop.
and you are moving.
11.
Oh God.
Okay, it's the daytime, so it's a little easier. The buffalo were allowed to get their rest, so It was enough. It's not the cleanest. It's a little jerky going.
Goodbye, Bumpy.
And yes,
He's in a
so
hole. He's got a couple sticks.
the two of you, or two groups of you, are off
It's got
racing
What's
back
your health at
through
now?
the woods. Huh?
8. Back.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think. Oh crap. What?
Huh.
My 4 hours of sleep.
Yes.
Do I go
You
back
you
and
have you have your long rest.
So you can just press long rest.
Yep. So if you just press long rest, it will automatically reset everything that you
Oh,
need.
I was supposed to go back to full health?
Confirm?
Yes, you were at full health and then you just took 8, so you are at 10. So go ahead and hit long rest and then do the -8 for yourself.
Press
So-
twice.
Alright.
Say confirm. And click yes.
Okay. So the two groups of carts are off once again, racing through the woods. And I'm assuming y'all are going at a brisk pace, or are you going at a casual pace?
No.
It's a brisk. I figured as much. So yeah, with a little bit of gumption, you come, and you all are off, and you continue on. Continue on. The trees are racing past. About 3 hours through, you see finally a clearing at the edge of the woods, and you break out.
Did you find the path?
Those steering, give me new perceptions.
Perception plus
Yes.
2. That's 15.
15. Okay. With your 15, you don't per se see a path in front of you, but you do see a building that is far off in the distance, kind of up on a hill.
Building.
A building. It's pretty far off, so you can't really discern any details with that roll, but you do see it. It is a little more northernly than you are currently traveling. Do you turn towards, or you keep going straight?
We don't have Baldy anymore.
I just realized he was one of the only 2 things except for the map. The map is somewhere in the car.
I apologize for nothing. Fuck that guy.
He was about to steal
Asking
you.
for apology.
Yeah.
You're not on the same cart, so... Yeah, you're on the lead cart, so
go
this is
ahead
your
of us.
decision to make.
And my thing was crap, so I'm following.
Yeah, you didn't overly see anything. You have busted into the clearing, and there is a moment of hope in your chest. But you have a decision to make, young one.
As I see it clearing around me, my heart sinks.
There's nowhere to hide. Oh, you poor thing.
So clueless on your character.
I know what it is. I thought about it, but I was like, I can't communicate. I don't want it. That's literally my thought process.
The race is called Kinku. It's a raven character, or pro character. Kiri.
Don't eat people.
Yes.
Okay.
Doesn't watch Critical Role. But yes, that is the right...
Don't eat.
No, I know.
I
I
understand.
guess I'm going to. You're the one steering, correct?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Going behind you.
I know that.
Okay, kitty.
Going to kind of holler back at you. Huh?
Holler back.
That's my shit. And say that I see the building. I'm gonna point. Should we go there?
I look at you.
I'm fiddling with this fucking bolt in my shoulder.
Fuck it. I take a nod. Since I'm not gonna be shouting, just take a nod. Yeah.
Okay. Follow
All
me.
right.
And you're
So you all are off, racing up this hill towards this lonely building in the distance. It does still take a while, even though you could see it clearly. It was at the breakneck pace that you're still going. It still takes almost another hour before you get
Like
within
to,
actual range of the building. And
do another perception as we.
okay, go ahead and give me another perception as you approach. Yeah, both of you are driving, so both of you can.
17, 18, 19.
Okay.
Can I look around and see anything behind us if they're still chasing as well?
Yes, by all
They
means.
are always just.
I went
Sorry.
from one side of the spectrum to the other after waking up. I'm on a 7.
I stubbed her toe from the side.
Ouch.
It wasn't my toe, babe. That's the ankle.
I need your perception because
God
mine is now
damn.
shit.
It's all red now. You're so mean.
You broke it.
Sorry.
Pull the.
Non-natural 20 in perception.
Not natural 20. Okay. So you two, unfortunately, yours isn't the greatest, but it's a building. You have been racing towards it. You happen to be able to make out some features of it. It is a 2-story building, and actually off towards the back side of it on the right-hand side, you actually see what looks like might even be a stable. You approach. It is a wooden building, 2-story. Has a little bit of a lean to the roof, but not a very heavy lean to it. You do see a smokestack chimney on the far side, opposite from where you're coming, so on the western side of the building. You do see, now that you are closer, you actually do see that a road leads to and beyond this building. And you do see that there is a sign at the building, but it's not facing the direction. It's not in a way you can read the sign.
Away
Like,
from us.
yeah, it looks like it's hanging over for the road, and you are kind of coming perpendicular to the road.
Slow my cart down a little bit.
Okay.
Go
Oh,
to a steady
and
pace.
with your unnatural 20, you are looking out behind you. As of yet, you have yet to see anything come out from the woods. You hazard a pretty solid guess that at the pace that you all were moving, you guys definitely put some distance between you all, and it, at least for what it looks like, it's at least more than an hour of distance between y'all.
It's good.
So, yes.
You don't know that.
No, I don't.
Yep.
Oh, there's the other one.
Yeah.
I knew it was somewhere.
I only got a 7, so
Player knowledge versus character knowledge. You
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. Yep. But you are sitting a little easier in the back.
I don't say nothing, by the way.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm just gauging off of you, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, I mean, you can give an insight to try.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell's my insight?
I don't know. What is it?
You have checks and abilities. They are at your disposal to be used. I will rarely prompt you unless it is
You'll
something
become a
for
mime.
something trained.
Oh, I can't
and that's all
speak, I'm
using
just
these
choosing not
numbers,
to.
yes?
So yours can actually.
So insight is a
I know they
Then
do.
how long
They
is it
do
before you-
simple.
Take back, so-
Let's put
You
it
guys
that way.
been introduced yet.
Oh, you'll have
So
you're the same
reading
thing.
him is a 13.
13?
Insight.
Yeah, me and Matt are the
You
same
kind of
race.
feel like there might be a
You
little
will talk way
relaxing,
more
but
than I will.
you're not sure what that means.
Okay, so
Because you did kind of see him possibly tense up whenever you broke from the woods. So you don't exactly have a read on what makes this guy tick.
sign language, body language, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
what do y'all do?
Just gotta figure out when I start riding.
What?
So as we come up
Oh.
to
I have
the
chops.
building by the sign on the road,
Mhm.
I'd like to
I
kind
mean,
of
right.
go pretty
Oh, I
slow
heard
so I can try
driving,
and read
like
the.
driving.
No,
Okay.
not that
Sign.
kind of, not that kind of.
So like say
Right.
building, are you gonna try to go like you guys are breaking? Here's like the entrance and the sign. Are you gonna try to go straight towards the building or kind of
Yeah, let's move
give a
around.
bit of a birth to it?
Let's do the loop
It's here, Jeff, isn't it?
Okay.
just to see.
And I'm
Okay.
following her and going to a steady pace as usual.
Okay.
It's on its way.
So if the building is sitting like this, the stable would probably be more where the phone's at. So I'll kind of do this, and you guys are going to be kind of where your books are
Yeah.
lying.
So this, let's just say this is us
So
coming
yeah,
back
you guys
around.
are coming back around, stable side, and you are approaching. And with your perception, you happen to notice you do read the sign, and the sign on the hanging over it is 8 Mile Run.
Yeah, I almost thought these guys were
8-mile run.
8 Mile Run is what it says on
not
it.
shiny enough though.
That's how long it took us to get here.
Or it's 8 miles to the next town.
Okay. With stable and smokestack.
So the smokestack would be on the far side over here. It's just a chimney that runs up the full length of the 2-story building.
Does it look like, with my perception roll, does it look like a safe place? Or are there like, you know, dead
I mean, it
people
looks like a
around?
2-story building.
So it doesn't look like there's been any fighting occurring.
No, it doesn't. I mean, it's not
Outside.
run down. It does look like it's well kept.
So people might stay in there. Is there anything in the stable when we passed?
The doors are shut.
Shut. Okay. So it probably means yes.
And I mean, it's not exactly a small stable. The stable's probably every bit as big as the building that you are approaching.
So what do you think, Navarro? Should we stop?
Oh, the stable fell off the table.
Ah. What? Oh.
Stable's back on, guys.
Right.
The staple ran away.
Can
You
we
take his dead body
Yeah.
now. He's
So
useless.
we parked like we're parking along the front side.
I'm asking you if you wish to stop.
Yeah.
I mean, we already had our rest. Everybody's had their rest. Should we continue?
Information.
Okay.
Okay.
Stop and ask for directions.
All right.
Even though
Yeah.
there's one road.
Yeah, but there's two ways to go on the road.
We just came from
We-
one way.
We
right?
went here, traveled west and up.
And your initial road where you were at over here was going up.
Straight up.
Well, it was a little northwesterly, but
And we just went sideways.
yep.
Oh.
So you were going up and you went, and then kind of up here.
So it may or may not be the same road.
Okay.
Okay. I guess we can ask for directions.
Let's
By the way, how's my friend doing in the cart?
He seems to be sleeping sound, but
recovering.
still kind of has this
I don't
little,
know how to fix him.
you know,
I don't
like
what's wrong
in-
with him.
Matt's
know
on
how-
follow mode. You're not gonna
Yeah.
fix him.
like, you know how Pikachu swallowed the apple and had the little. That's how he looks.
Oh,
Yes.
he needs extra
Have Vanilla here will wake up next game.
Next time on D&D, we shall find out.
On the next episode of No.
But you're out of potion. At least you helped him.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
this is not dying. He's just.
So let's wrangle
So much for his
up,
idea
wrangle
of
up the
studying in the library.
Bufalo.
Hmm?
So much for his idea
Wow.
of studying in the library.
Yeah, I know,
He
right?
Just,
Yeah, I mean, he
Go
just didn't know
straight
what
to
was
stable.
to come.
No,
I'm gonna have to get down and.
It's
knock
cute.
on the door.
He's in the
let's
library
wrangle
of
up
his
the
mind.
Bufalo and see
Yeah,
if we can
yeah, he
time
is
up
in the
front somewhere
world's greatest
to
library he's
knock
dreaming of.
I think what we should do is we should have them next to each other. Well, we're going this way, so let me
Yeah.
have you pull up next to me.
Yeah, for
Oh,
some
no.
reason the black side is the back side. I don't know why I did that. I just set
It
him
makes
down.
sense to me.
Sure.
Have you hold the reins of the buffalo,
The Buffalo.
and I'm gonna, I guess, knock on the door.
All right.
All right. So who all is going inside?
We're not going inside. We're just knocking.
Okay. So you knock.
Very intimidating. And a
Yes.
phone.
Nothing happens. I'm just gonna walk inside somebody. She doesn't do that. She's not gonna walk inside. That's out of character.
Yeah.
Do we hear
Okay.
anything?
You,
With my elephant ears. What do I hear?
sure. Yeah.
Let me just.
Hmm.
I hear a picture.
You hear a little bit of rustling and kind of a bit of a hush come over the place,
What the fuck kind of place is
and the door opens,
that?
and actually about knee height for you, pokes out.
That's what that used to be.
What pokes out?
I don't know what he's showing him. I'm curious. Things happened.
It's the
Oh, before somebody destroyed it.
What? What did it
Yes.
show?
Your box.
What box? Oh,
Actually.
it got left in the car overnight, and made a smiley face. I miss my
So yes, you knock on the door, and a roughly 4 foot, a little over 4 foot tall, possibly slightly aged, sandy blonde, darker tanned skinned dwarf pokes his head out. Who's knocking? And he just looks and he's
It was nice. It was nice.
my God, lass. You're huge! Hey, you want?
I love that voice. Hi, yes, we're looking for directions.
The most petite voice.
Hi, tee. We're looking for a thing.
Yeah, from the 7.5 foot elephant woman. Yeah.
Don't break our TVs, we don't break yours. We're trying to get to Conconvert, right? That's the name of the. I'm talking to you, not the.
Yeah.
But yeah. Which way do we go?
once! And he just turns back in and walks inside.
Drunken ass door. Okay, well, I'm no use. I just kind of pitifully walk back to the car.
Okay, that was a wash. Let's go.
Let's let old intimidation here try.
With my fucking bolt sticking through my shoulder.
Help me.
Have I removed that yet?
He can. It hit him in the back.
The whole ride, I've just been like, ow,
Uh,
ow. What the ow.
no.
She was driving. The driver can't pull a bolt out of somebody's shoulder.
Okay.
I'm gonna hop over to his cart, grab the bolt, and yank it out.
Oh, not even gentle.
You already in this part, by the way.
Bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah. You heard. Sans bolt in shoulder.
Okay.
So I'm standing there holding the bolt, looking at it. I look at you.
There's blood on there. There might be trickling your trousers.
Oh, yeah, because.
I'll just
Oh,
over
yeah.
and- Thanks. And then slowly turn and go, fuck!
Yeah, that's an appropriate
I
response.
drop it on the seat.
Freedom.
I have a boat.
Okay, so we've stopped. What the hell is
Where
this?
are we now?
The sign says 8 Mile Run, and the dwarf at the door's not very nice.
And I can't jog that long.
Okay. I don't suppose I would have heard anything about the 8 Mile Run.
It's a sign. Can you read?
Yeah, it's literally a sign behind me.
Yeah, I'm just. Would I?
History check.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll check.
We haven't done one of
Son
those
of a
yet.
bitch, get back here.
It was an excellent catch.
That's a good idea.
What am I?
Your history.
History.
17.
17. Oh, okay. The 8 Mile Run. It not exactly something of legends, but you have heard of it. It is the outside of Conconver. It is the only establishment that actually sells alcohol in the area.
Oh, well, that would be why he was. Hello?
That's probably the pizza.
Pizza.
Oh.
Yeah, can you get here?
I think.
Hey!
I'm assuming you need to get around D.
Probably.
Yeah.
You need me to come over there.
Oh, no. If y'all don't mind me stepping in.
No, cool.
Oh, step on in.
How we doing tonight, y'all?
Good. How about you?
Oh, doing fine.
Thank you.
Doing
For
fine.
delivering.
Alright. Here we go.
Sweet. You got one? You have your pen back.
Sure.
Yep.
Alright, thank you so much. Alright, here we go, y'all.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
You're welcome. Y'all have a good night.
You as well.
Yep.
We may need some plates.
Same guy that delivered our pizza.
I believe we still have paper plates.
He's one of 2.5 guys.
Yeah, we're
The other one is the other full person is the one who cooks the pizzas.
Yeah.
Half is the small. The
He's
the
a
runs
better
around.
driver than the other ones were. I mean, man, you only wait for fucking 2 hours.
We're on.
I literally
Oh,
stopped.
and I don't know what the fuck the place
Oh
are.
my god. Cody.
To be careful of wiring.
Yeah. And boxes and things and stuff and junk.
We're dope.
It's a
I
bad
can't reach
placement
this.
to be
You can
curvy.
come in here too.
I know, right? But yes, it is the only establishment. The reason it stands out is because there are some locations in the
And then-
Veldas territory that they don't sell alcohol in. And this happens to be one of the notable ones, that being Conconver. 8 Mile Run is the notorious, they don't give a fuck and they sell it, but they sell it far enough outside the city to where they're not bothered.
Okay. So I know it's a bar then, or it's
It's an establishment on the road to Conconver. It's a rest stop, so they can set up their wagons. They can let their beasts of burden rest, and they can commence to drinking away all said problems from the road.
That sounds like fun.
okay.
Piece of burden of alcohol.
He said alcohol. That was the part where I was.
Hello? No.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what rings out in his mind. All right,
Yeah.
I got one.
Jeremy's done.
So,
Maybe we were just
Um,
pizza and then pass.
I guess I would have popped out the cart to know that.
Yeah. Once you saw the sign.
Oh god. That don't has a plate.
I thought you had your plate.
Nope.
Is that 2 plates? That was,
That's one of those fancy ones.
Yeah, it's 2 plates.
No, look at that. More
what's
than-
that called?
Pizza.
It started out as a line, but I changed the ham to pepperoni because she wanted pepperoni, and I changed the green peppers to onions because I like onions.
No, the outside. Why is it all fancy looking?
It's the pull
Cheesy
apart.
bites.
God damn it. I'm having the hardest time. Oh god, it killed
You've
us all.
slaughtered the party.
They're dead.
Fuck the party.
They're all dead.
I can take all of you.
What's that sound? The police.
What is the
You did miss me murdering somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, like one shot.
With
in
good
first class,
reason.
the
With good
fucking
reason.
Caretaker of the cart.
I don't know.
He tried to escape with her sleeping in the bag.
Basically tried to kidnap me.
That's a neat looking crust. It looks like a tater tot.
Kind of.
It's a cheese roll up,
Okay.
Juice?
so it's a stuffed crust, but
No.
sideways.
They need
Juice.
to make it gluten free with the juice.
Juice?
They won't
Come
be
on,
there.
juice.
Probably not.
That's not enough juice.
I don't know. I'll pour some water in it.
No, I want a different juice. I don't want that juice.
Well, I'll get you a warm juice.
No, I want the other juice.
What other juice?
Not water.
There is nothing else.
Look in the pantry. Look in it.
But it's not cold.
It doesn't matter.
I just said I'll get you one that's not cold, woman.
Well, but I don't know if you were talking about water juice or the other juice.
And
Everything
you
is
overlay
juice.
said, sorry for the argument.
No, I'm not sorry. It's not an actual argument.
Whatever the hell this is, it's blue.
I'm okay with this. Make sure you turn the light off. Thank you.
Killing me, woman. I'm
I
trying
love
to tell
you.
a story here.
I'm sorry. A long time ago, across the sea, there lived a DM who doesn't know how to get juice.
Who did get juice, woman? Call me this.
God bless your Tasha.
So yes, what does the party decide to do?
Well, I've at least heard of this place.
Yes, you have.
So, I'm going to pop out the cart.
I got it. You still not like it?
Yeah.
And still being mildly annoyed by the fact that I just got shot again.
Again, yeah.
Um,
What dog was your first time getting shot?
oh, it was.
You
yeah.
shot yourself the other time.
Regardless, I'm still annoyed. So I'm going to walk straight up to the door and toss it open, wander in.
Okay, you toss the door and wander in. You happen to arrive inside the room just as the dwarf gets back behind the bar. He looks out. Morning. What can I do for you?
I understand you sell alcohol at this fine establishment.
Only one around for miles. Yes.
That's why I know of you.
So bad?
What time of day is it?
Oh, it's early as fuck in the morning. It's like 8 o'clock ish.
We're at
Perfect.
the
Drinking
bar.
time. Okay.
It's a dwarf. He's already drunk.
Yeah.
We're at the bar. At 8 a.m. This is hilarious.
The first of many trips.
I will. I'm still sort of roughly in the doorway, so I'll turn back to my compatriots. Hey, who wants a drink? It's a bar.
Yeah.
What about the carts?
Ask him about stuff.
Hey, friend. You got any place that we can store the cart
I
and
mean, it's stable.
whatever these creatures are temporarily?
Buffaloes?
Buffalo.
If I come in and get.
I don't have a stable or anything out back, no.
Hey.
No, I don't have anywhere
Oh,
for
so
'em.
sarcastic. I love it. I mean, for nowhere is annoyed, but
Okay. Drax is hidden. What?
What?
Drax. What? My Drax.
You're not inside yet.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll turn to Fenor. Do you guys want to park the stable, the carts at the stable for A bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll get us some drinks.
Okay.
Do you want water this time?
No.
No. Okay.
Do we leave him in the cart? It's
I
unconscious,
mean,
right?
he hasn't done anything else. I'm content to leave him in the cart.
Okay, he's in the stable.
Sure. And then
Into the bar we go.
yeah,
Tablet?
I'll, I'll walk actually fully up to the bar. Say, we'll start with a round of ale. It's early enough for ale, I think.
Never too early. How many?
What is it?
Full?
Are you,
I'm sure the Birdman wants alcohol.
Oh.
Juice?
He found some
He just
snacks.
blankly stares at you.
We'll just get him one if not one of us will drink it.
yeah, that's fine. We need 4. 4.
Alright. That'll be too cold. Shit, sorry. Silver. Whoa.
Whoa.
I was gonna say, that's
Rankings was off.
really
I was
fucking
like-
good ale.
Uh,
So
That's
Just me
expensive.
the box.
2 silver total. 2 silver.
For the run, for the lot.
Oh shit. Okay.
That's really good.
Yeah. Ale for everybody, and
Thank you.
I'll find a table,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna go sit the fuck down.
Alright. So you do that. You get the 4, and you turn and you look. There are a few patrons that are down, and you find your way to a table that's off in a corner like you typically like. And you sit down, and you wait for your compatriots to meander on in. What do you do with the sickly one? Do you just stuff him in the stable too?
Yeah, he's still in the cart.
Fantastic.
I just
God.
couldn't get him to respond. He's not doing anything. He's fine.
You're inside. That's on them.
Well, they came in with me.
Oh,
Somebody had
you
to
told them to
put
go
the
take the carts
Um,
to the stable while you got the drinks.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, sure. So, I'll be sitting at a table with a lot of cups,
Mm-hmm.
waiting for y'all to walk in.
are we coming in with a body?
I kind of feel bad leaving him in the cart. I mean, I can carry him, right?
Something could attack him. He'd be at
In
worse
the
off.
stable?
Possibly, you never know. Something could come around. You're really strong. Can we bring him in? Even just to rest him down on a couch or something.
Couch in a bar. That's hilarious.
Right.
But
Yeah.
while they contemplate this, I'll go inside.
Yeah. But no one is helpless. You're stronger. Thank you.
I assume I have to roll.
What? How heavy? How big? Medium? Large?
What?
What is he?
Character.
What do you mean,
Size,
medium?
Medium?
Shorter than the average human.
Oh yeah, I got that. It's a 19.
Oh yeah.
You wanna throw his body in with us over there?
Yeah. You just kind of.
She literally threw his body in with us over there as I said.
Okay.
Kerplunk.
So the 4 of you,
He's a
5 by technicality.
He's chilling on the couch.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's almost like a weekend at Burn. You sit him in a chair. He goes to slip over.
There's a bedroll somewhere. Just kind of slouched.
All right.
And we
The
go.
4 of you sit down to
My character's
enjoy a cup of drink. What would you like to do?
Get back on the road.
Figure out how far to Pumpkinburg? 8 miles? No?
You're the bar folk like you.
Yeah. Okay.
Dwarf Oak.
I'm going to assume we finished our first round of drinks.
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
I'll head on back up to the bar. Barkeep,
Aye.
what's your name, sir?
I be Dugan.
Dugan. Fantastic
Yeah.
to meet you. Great. Hey,
Dugan the club.
Hey?
I like the surname. All right.
What can I do you for?
2 things. A, another round.
Can be done. B.
B,
Another round.
3 for my passed out friend over there.
I am really, really tired of getting attacked by small lizardy creatures. I would like to go someplace that doesn't have small lizardy creatures that shoot at me. I understand Conconver is such a place. How the hell do I get there?
Well, it'd be 8 miles up the road.
Sweet.
Pretty simple. You can't really miss it. Look for the place with a bunch of buildings and some half walls, and
Kind of a shit.
there's one big building. It's kind of the keep. It's towards the middle, but the road will bisect with I'm not gonna say a river, but it's a stream. It's bigger than a stream.
Fair enough. Okay, so out, make it right, basically.
Yeah.
Follow the only road, kind of.
Pretty much.
Appreciate it, sir.
Ah,
I would not like to say.
here to serve. It's 2 silver.
I'll toss in 5 silver.
So,
Making friends.
lizard folk, you say? Little or big?
Both.
Where were you at?
Quite a ride, and I point
To the
vaguely
woods.
into the area that the woods are
On
from.
the western side.
Why did you go to the woods?
Because there were a lot more lizards not in the woods.
Fair enough.
Ah,
Yeah. Don't see too many of them out this way. I wonder why they're coming from the Dracor territory.
so they don't normally travel out this far?
No, can't say they do.
Good, great. Just our luck. Awesome.
I hope you didn't bring it with you.
No, I highly doubt it. We were hoofing it. Quite literally. I don't know if you saw the 2 big.
I saw them.
All right.
It's common. It's Port Alamana.
Is he fussy?
Yep.
No.
Yeah. Beast of burden. Never seen you a lot through here before. New caravan owners?
Indeed.
No one guard?
The rest of the catch.
It was a really, really bad trip.
Well, my friend. If you need more drinks, you know where I'm at. I don't go very far. Small lakes.
Right. And I'll grab the drinks and head on back to the table.
Kind of seem like the 5 silver.
That's almost the whole gold.
I'll
Rich
pass on
motherfucker.
the information I gathered to the party.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean it's time to go?
So, while they're talking, I go back up to the bar.
Aye. What? What?
Bird. Eyes bird.
Just kind of cock my head at him. It's like, chop. I draw Kenku.
I see the sound like,
Bird that draws a bird. Still not ringing a bell there, one.
And then I write
No.
food, question mark.
Ah,
oh,
that I can do.
You're right. I understand.
With a must.
Yeah.
Menu.
now he sounds all nice.
That's
Oh,
'cause
I
it's
said menu.
Yeah.
It's actually Cody. Cody has voices for all of his characters. We actually hear his regular voice.
Right, but his, what is, Devon de Club?
Dugan.
Dugan.
Dugan de Club.
Devon.
Damn it, Devon.
That's his wife. But they look the same.
Yeah.
Oh, but of course.
One has more beard. I'll let you decide.
It's always the wife.
Okay, there we go. That is the one.
Oh, it's my favorite.
I know.
Yeah. I've got a couple of specials on this evening. Well, kind of left over from last evening. Don't much do much in the way of breakfast. So I've got a couple of specials for you. We've got a chicken burger with a glass of whiskey.
Perfect.
And not keen on eating bird. Okay. We also have mutton sandwich with a cake and a mug of air.
Wow, I can't spell.
Ale on air.
Sorry.
Enjoy your.
I was writing
It's
things.
lovely.
It's a
Or,
disappointment.
Got a special with a bear burger with an extra a side bread and a glass of wine.
I repeat back bear burger in his voice to him.
That's
Eric.
interesting. Bear burger it is. I'll get you a cup of wine too. 5 silver for the whole platter. It's a good special. Good special. Good choice.
How does your character do anything? It's very simple folk, huh?
You're seeing
You just
it.
saw me do it.
Yeah.
That's it though? That's... Yeah, I would have
Yeah.
sucked as that character.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I picked this one.
Like I said,
So,
the match.
you being
savvier
you
than I am, but that's
had
because of his
a
background.
fairly good night previously. You've spent a little time in the town of Conconver. Not too long. You're still new to the continent, but this being the only area for alcohol within quite a few miles, you've gotten a little bit comfortable, and this is definitely the most interesting lot you've seen come through these doors in the last couple of weeks.
We're just dragging you along. We're so nice. We didn't kill you, kidnap you. anything like that.
Technically, you haven't drunk or even met him yet. He has
The
been
one who
here.
they're dragging around is Matt's
That's not
character.
him.
Yeah,
That's not him?
that's
No,
not him.
Matt.
I thought that was him this
Nope.
whole time.
No.
This was him.
Oh,
We haven't met him.
that's funny.
Yes.
Matt is the other Kenku that's not.
Oh,
dead,
so
'cause
he's the one that's
not here
knocked out.
tonight.
Yes.
Oh, I'm just dragging around Matt.
Thus the. He's not going to wake up this game session.
That makes much more sense now.
I said it was Matt's
I
character
know.
a couple times.
I just
So many
I knew it was
times.
Matt's
Did not
character.
hear
I was
you.
like, that's not me.
Yeah.
I heard you say Matt's character wasn't here. And then
Matt's
I was
character's
like,
not gonna wake up because he's not here.
I was focused on the candy at that point. So,
And
Right sugar.
you
oh yeah.
come down, and you have witnessed the display of the menu, and this bird repeating bear burger.
Fantastic feathers, my friend. Mind if I pluck one?
Oh God. Wait, what are you?
He just shakes no.
All right, all right. And I'll just walk around him.
Stop mid drink and go, oh, fuck.
I hear the sighs of your enjoyment of my presence. How do you do, sir?
And you have now met young Jimothy, who has pulled up a chair to your table.
Oh.
Describe yourself.
I don't think I'm much more than like 3.5 feet tall.
Oh, yes.
Didn't Matt's character have
Little
instrument
guy.
on him?
Hmm?
Didn't Matt's character have an instrument on him?
Yes, he does. He has a lute. Or a flute. One of the oots.
I think it was a lead.
What are you doing?
He's getting to it. He's getting to it.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm 2 foot 2 inches. All 26 inches of me.
You're not a Kender, are you?
No,
I
Okay.
could literally
that
just
race doesn't
hold
exist
you.
anymore.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would be. Pale white skin, auburn hair, forest green eyes, male, obviously, as is indicative of the bulge.
Obviously.
Yes, on my pockets.
Right.
Yes. So, how are you, sir?
Doing just fine. Sir.
Yes. Yeah, there'll be time for autographs later. What about you, fine women?
Good day. Nivara, how are you?
It is a glorious day. Is the bird with you?
Recently,
You do
There's
see a
another
second bird
bird.
on the ground, yes.
our party. Hi.
Is he dead?
Negative.
He's unconscious.
Shame.
We don't know.
When you find out, let me know.
Certainly.
What are you?
What am I?
Yeah.
I'm a thespian, ma'am.
Okay.
It's okay. Her character doesn't know what that means either.
I don't.
So a poet as well.
The finest of arts.
Yes. Do you sing?
I have been known to sing a time or two. Yes.
And lyricist?
Yes. I have bagpipes.
Yes.
Mm,
I see.
and a lute. And a pan flute.
Is that what they call it nowadays?
Yes.
Okay.
You're a riot. Okay.
Oh, my drink is kicking in. That was hilarious. Thanks. I'm like, 7 feet tall as a moon elf, and I'm seeing this creature. Hello.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the two women are they're fucking
They're the
giants.
tallest.
Yeah. They're both like, I think you're what, like 6'5" or something, I think.
And I'm
is
a
what you're-
foot taller than her.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm 5'9" and 100 pounds thinner than what I am now.
Yeah.
Oh, like
Okay,
it's
now I'm
one thing.
confused. How big's your character?
She's
I'm
an
5'9".
elf.
Okay.
Hi, elf.
Because for
Almost
some reason
3
I
times
thought
my
you said
height.
7 foot a minute
No,
ago.
she's
No, me.
I
She's
did, and
7
I
foot. She's like
misspoke. I'm
7'4"
thinking her.
and like 400 pounds. She's 5'9".
You,
And 130.
You always
It appears
get
the
this wrong.
bird isn't very intelligent.
No, maybe
7.5.
a different type of intelligence.
375.
They have
Course
macaws,
not.
I hear, that live for
I
70
took an
years.
inch off and gave you 25
Can
pounds.
learn over 500
My
words.
God.
She's a lady, okay?
Thicker
At
is
least
better.
now.
But yeah, I misspoke when I said 7 feet. But yeah, 5'9".
Because I think this
They-
is really
they
tall
certainly
fucking elf.
Cattle,
a lot.
5'9", 130. It's my
They
wishes.
do.
So you're about as tall as I am.
But they are.
So what brings you here?
Experience.
And your feet.
Those as well, yes.
Right.
But only because, well, it's hard to get passage when you're, wee.
Why are we all laying down right now?
Because you knocked him over.
Shit. Give me Tiny Tim.
Well, where are you headed
The,
now?
the name is not Tim, it's Jim.
Jim
I'm
and
gonna eat the bear burger at the bar.
Oh, yeah. I figured as much. You turned and was like,
Well, just purposes of this is the bar.
yeah, sorry, I kind of needed that back here.
Yeah. You like
'cause they
fucked
have
up
to
and
call it
took
a
the
bar.
entire place.
Does he have issues around small people?
We have no idea.
Well, all right then.
Fresh beginnings.
Hmm.
Yeah. Fresh beginnings.
I see.
Very recent.
Very fresh beginnings. So I see all of you partake of the liquid libations.
Is that what you're having for breakfast as well?
No. No, in fact, I did not realize when I came this way that this would be the only beacon of alcoholism in all the lands this far out. No. A thespian's mind must be clear.
So you don't drink?
No, I do not soil myself.
Quite an interesting character we have here.
I'm like Baldy.
Too soon.
I just go,
Oh, that is an inside joke that is apparently above young Timothy's head. Because the party cracks up at said speech and you're just... Okay.
Good morning, indeed. Yes. So what do you have planned for the day? And hi.
Well, I thought I might hire you, you troop.
Hey,
Yes.
what for?
it's very early. What?
Well, to be my escorts, of course.
To where?
Anywhere you might be going.
We're going to Conkenberg.
yes, I recently came from there, but I could go back. I have a few people to talk to.
The last person we escorted fared quite well.
This is very true.
Well, then it's settled!
And at the bar, you hear me laughing in multiple voices.
You just mimicked like the 3 different laughs that the 3 of them had in the
All
soil
in one.
joke.
All
Yeah.
in one.
No,
So
it just
cute.
it kind of moves through them in notes and toots. And
Can I get any kind of deviant nature from Jimothy?
Give me an insight check. And your definition of deviant is what I need to know.
If he plans on being a thief of sorts or devious towards myself or my friends. What am I looking at?
Insight.
19.
Oh, shit. Well, I mean, if
Well,
you wish to
then-
roll a deception or persuasion, it is of your choice at this point. And then we will determine how you wish to read that. What they read off of you.
It's quite early and he's so fucking chipper.
It's true.
He doesn't drink. Non-drinkers. This is what the fuck they are. They're morning people.
We had a rough night.
Yeah, you did.
I'm not trusting just yet of everything going on.
You're not trusting. Huh.
What did I do?
The second person I trusted.
It
Grand, I said,
at least you didn't score yourself.
Let's find out what's good.
what do you do?
I don't think any of these are going to be any good for me tonight.
Should have rolled early.
Yeah.
Well, he kind of didn't get introduced yet, and then he had to kind of take off with the baby, so
Oh, we can't
he
fuss.
kind of got a little delayed in his introductions.
Well, that was only an 8.
So you are
Persuasion?
read like a book. So, not that she's going to know any historical details, but as far as your nature, she probably has a fairly good insight to if she is looking to see if you are planning on robbing the party.
So, no, not. I am on what the common folk might call a walkabout. Yes.
And
A
he is
walkabout.
fairly sincere in wishing to hire you.
But walkabouts are usually poor people.
He comes from a different land. He comes from Ishtar. None of you have ever been there,
So they're
so
going to walk about like an Australian?
yeah.
Yeah.
Walkabout.
I must spread my thespian wings and learn of greater arts
Okay.
and take in as much culture as I can.
As you speak to an Aesir, an elf, a Loxodon, and a bird.
Yeah,
Well, you chose the right party.
Culture.
indeed.
I mean, considering every other being that's in this bar right now is a Veldalkin, and he's in the land of the Veldalkin, and he's been around him for quite a while. You guys are a colorful lot, although that's Veldalkin are colorful. You guys are kind of the opposite.
We're
But-
wearing
So
purple.
what's your interest in
Oh yeah,
bird
I know you two are.
Well,
My clothes are about
Just-
the same color as
just-
your shirt right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I soaked them in all the
to say that every man should have an exquisite feather in his cap.
I see.
Multiples if possible. Of a
When I
variety of
finish the
colors.
burger, I'm walking over to Kilprax, plucking a feather and handing it to him.
I was just about to do that.
Boink. He's just gonna have that one bit off of his butt missing.
Oh gosh.
That'll do, sir. That'll do.
Do you put it in your cap?
Take off
Yes.
my hat. I fashion it into my cap just so and put it back on my head.
And I'm just thinking to myself, this is going to be interesting when Kilprax hooks up.
It's like gonna feel like a fucking bee sting.
Alright. Well, it is roughly around this time that a couple of patrons go to leave the bar and let out a minor yelp and stumble back in the door.
I'm gonna walk outside.
Goodness! What is wrong with them?
I get up and walk outside.
You get up and
Open
a
the door.
two-story building?
This is a 2-story building, yes.
Where's the stairs?
The stairs are actually off around on this side of the building that you are at, and you can make your way up to the 2nd floor.
I'm going to the 2nd floor.
Okay.
I'm sorry, there was a yelp?
Your bird ran away.
He does
And-
that.
Yep.
You have wandered off. Young Dugan himself has even stepped outside, which let me get some full representation and so on and so forth, proclamation and whatnot. I know we got a dwarf. Yeah, probably in this one. I know we got it. There's one. And you happen to notice as he comes around the bar, he is carrying a rather large club. He steps outside.
Oh my.
I drop my great
It
axe.
appears there may be fisticuffs about.
Hearing the noise, I'm just gonna sigh. And I'm gonna hit myself with Armor of Shadows.
Oh, that's a fancy one.
It's me.
When I get upstairs, I'm going to find a window facing the same direction as the front door. That
So
we
you
came
can
in
look
through.
out.
Alright.
Are we to fight?
Can you?
Well, yes, I can.
I'd like to find a window as well.
Very good.
Are there any windows downstairs?
Should be. Before this starts, I'm going to the bathroom. We just.
She's having the worst luck.
I'm so sorry.
It's alright. Like the last 3 nights, he slept for 6, almost 7 hours. And he's not. Tonight he's squirming. All kinds of
Do you have a baby monitor in the phone?
Well, we bought a Wi-Fi webcam or a Wi-Fi camera, and so I can connect to it from anywhere.
It's good use.
And his hand keep peeking out, and she can't keep it in there. And I don't know how she's doing it. I don't know. When I put him down, he's done, out completely.
So,
Jesus.
for you, boss,
Yes.
I took Armor of Shadows as
Yeah.
my other.
Yeah, so it's mage armor.
Yeah. I wasn't expending a spell for that. It's just.
Yeah. No, I know it's an at will now for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
It's always a good invocation very early
Yeah.
on. You took 2 good ones.
So, when I find a window that faces the direction I need it to face,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to open it and then I'm going to stealth behind the window.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
So, 25?
25. Okay. Yeah, so you get up to the stairs and you find a room that looks to be of what you are looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always more dramatic when you leave the room and come back to it,
I
huh?
should have left.
Mm-hmm.
Stop. Stop.
Booty, 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 rockin' over there.
Which way is less awkward?
That's fine.
What?
What?
Stop.
Giving the booty side is okay. It's polite.
I feel like I don't want
And
to
it's
give him a
also
lap
safer.
dance. It's too
No,
soon.
it's also safer.
Oh God.
Your knees don't go the other direction.
Well, you know.
Fair enough.
So yes, the 2 of you step out first, and several of the patrons that were in the bar file out behind you. And I guess I could put things down for them too, but whatever.
Do I see any windows that might be slightly open or that I could?
Yeah, you see shuttered windows down here. Most of them do have the shutters closed. Early morning and all, everybody kind of likes it a little dimmer.
And anything open that I might be able to attack from?
I mean, if you wish to try and open a window.
How many people are in the bar?
In the bar, you'd say currently on the bottom floor, other than the 5, 6 of y'all, there was probably about another 7 or 8, all Veldalkin, and all of them, oddly enough, now that you are paying attention, look to be battered and bruised in some shape or fashion.
Right.
Yeah. A couple of shiners, a couple of fat lips, some tattered clothes.
Told you we should have left.
Do you all follow outside? Or?
What are they? These are zombies, but I bet you.
Well, they're not
He needs
zombies.
minions.
Representation, woman. So, are you stepping outside to observe?
Do I need to yank out the color
You,
tokens?
I literally.
Are you
in
stepping
the doorway.
outside to observe?
I am this time.
Okay.
I'll come up as well.
All right.
There's windows.
Yes,
on the first floor.
there are windows on the first floor.
Cool.
But they're
I'll scoot a
Covered.
chair up to one of them, climb up on it, and peek out the window.
Okay. So yes, you all look outside. There are about a dozen lizard folk, many of them looking very akin to this one, with what look to be spiked turtle shell shields and varying degrees of weapons, some steel, some not. And in the center is a scaled beast on 4 legs, and the being that stands next to him is also of a blue skin. He is a dragonborn, a blue skinned dragonborn, well armored in splint armor, standing slightly a little further ahead of the rest of them.
This one.
Yes.
I'm going to let the dwarf do the talking.
Okay.
And I'm going to
This is his
use-
place. We could just technically leave, you know.
And from my stealth location, I'm going to draw my bow on the 4-legged creature.
Okay.
I'm going to use Awakened Mind
Mhm.
so I can telepathically speak to folks.
Okay.
Can I see her?
Yeah, she came outside.
Okay. I will telepathically say to you, shh.
Yeah. She talks to us.
Yo!
Still love you.
All right, so if y'all are gonna leave the dwarf to do the talking, aye, as he taps his club on his hand. What do you lot want here? You're not welcome. Your establishment, young dwarf.
I have a heal now.
Well, look.
And he scans across and he sees you lot.
He told me we were level 2s.
Yeah, everybody is level 2.
I got an extra spell.
Nice, nice. You lot appear to be the ones who procured 2 cards that we attempted to procure. And he kind of scans, looking.
Does the window have glass?
Yes, so it is shuttered right now, and I mean it's kind of like quarter open shutters. So I mean, if you wanted to, you could open the shutters to see through the glass.
Gotcha. I'm just peering.
Yeah.
The shutters.
I commend you. The chase was great. And he just kind of stands in silence for a moment, looking over each of you. We pretty? Is that what it is? Are you buying a drink or are you getting the fuck off my property? Talk like that again, and your property will be ours. I like you all. How about a fair deal? One of you versus me. Single combat. You win. We leave. I'll be dead, so I'll know none the wiser. We will not touch this fine establishment. And you get to keep your procured cards.
That sounds like a pretty good deal to me.
At this point, I rage and step forward.
Ah, we have a challenger. And he looks across, and they all step to fan out. So, holy shit, woman. Challenge accepted.
This will be fun.
The rules are simple. Me versus you. You fall, we take what's in the stables. I fall, we leave. Simple as that. Are these terms agreeable? Should anybody intercede, all of us come forth.
This will be fun.
And everything you have is ours.
I stay trained on the doggo.
Okay?
That's this one?
Yep. I'll look over at you again and do my little mind link thing. What do you think? Shall we let our friend have some fun? Just nod.
Alright. I say yes and take a step forward.
Aye, we lass. I don't like putting my property on the line or any of the fair folk in my establishment's possessions on the line.
Would you rather fight?
No, you can step forward, but I don't like your terms.
Meaning what?
Talking to him.
Oh, okay.
I feel these are agreeable terms. How would you lot see to change them? I spoke my piece. Anybody?
I think we're good.
You could just turn around and leave. Save yourself the trouble. Kicked your asses twice now. You know.
Not me. And he does have a spear, so it looks fairly similar to what that is. He has a spear that he is kind of doing a little twirl with, and he does have a sword in his left scabbard. All right. Go ahead and roll.
Ooh. 20, unnatural.
1 natural.
Oh, Lord.
Sweet.
Alright, so actually with the 1, we will say that while he is waiting for new terms to be brought forth, you go ahead and attack.
Sweet.
And let me get those brought up.
That's a 23 to hit.
23 hits.
12 plus 2, 14.
Okay. Yeah. There we go. That's where I want it to be.
They really like the sound of paper.
Any crinkling, they think it's food for them. So.
Yeah, they love the
Yes, I know.
little shits.
Alright, so you come out swinging and you clock him square in the
Plus my
shoulder.
2 for raging.
Oh, good point.
16.
Good point. So 16 damage. 16 damage. So math wrong. I put too much. There we go.
Who's the other one?
So you charge forth with your great axe and you swing. He is a bit caught off guard and he tries to pull up the spear to deflect. And it hits the spear, but it definitely catches him clean in the shoulder pauldrons. And it staggers him a little bit. And because of his natural 1, I give you another round to hit.
Cool. Plus 3. So 18.
18 just hits.
Sweet.
So,
18 just hits.
I I got this. That's another 12
Okay.
plus 4.
All right. So 2 mighty blows,
So I
and
gotta make 18 more.
you see that he has been taken aback by the just sheer ferocity of your attacks, and you see a steely resolve come over him, and then a grin,
No.
and it is now his turn.
Alright.
So 13 plus 6, so 19 to hit.
19 does hit.
Okay, so alright.
Yeah. He's definitely a higher level than I am. I know that much. This will be fun.
Alright, so 12 damage on the first hit. So you charged, and he actually tosses the spear down and pulls the sword in an awkward manner. I mean, he pulls it with his left hand and comes up with a straight cut, which was the first one.
Interesting.
Reaches around to bring it back down for a second swing. 14 plus 6. So, unnatural 20 to hit again.
Okay.
Alright. Ooh. 6. 3, 9 plus 4. So, 13 damage on that hit.
Damn.
So, the first hit was... I already forgot what it was. How much damage did you do on the first one?
12.
Okay. Now these are half because you are raging.
Oh, well, that's good.
So you took a total of 13 damage in that round from having. So
I was about to start throwing.
yeah.
Very good. Forgot I was raging for a second.
And he will go ahead and use his action surge to get another round of attacks.
Oh, I forgot about action surge. Okay. Alright, let me get my...
Literally reserved for
Oh!
second wind.
And with a natural 19, that is actually a critical for him.
He's crit fighter.
So,
Damn.
yes. So that's max of his damage dice, which is 2d6 plus 4, so that's 16 damage before I roll. Plus 4, plus 6, that's 10. Plus another 4. So that is 30 points of damage halved.
So that's 15?
15 points.
I am at 0.
Okay. So the ferocity takes hold, and then he...
Am I not technically at 1 with... No, wait. That's something else.
Yeah, half orcs get that. So yes, you ran in, staggered him with the first blow, and caught him with a second. So much so that he got serious, and he got serious quick. And he does the up slash, comes back down, and then immediately follows that into a third hit, which, because of the nature, it just unusual fighting style, hitting you from below, which knocks you up. You get hit across the guard again, and then this last blow just catches you square right in the chest, and it penetrates deep, and then he drags it clean out, and you topple backwards. And you are at true 0 hit points, so you are still alive, just bleeding out.
Yeah.
He stands over.
You can't interfere because then everyone will come.
Just let him take the cards. We got
Yeah.
that.
Holy shit! Please tell me that's not our best person!
And he's actually wiping blood.
That was our strongest.
You were ferocious.
Well, don't tell him that!
Oh, no, I'm telling you. Sorry.
What level
He's
is he?
inside.
Oh, I didn't say shit.
He's obviously higher than 2.
I mean, he's bleeding. He's bloodied. You bloodied him in your two rounds of hitting him.
Maybe he's not so
Worthy.
If I had remembered my action surge, I think we'd been okay.
You don't have action surge.
You're a barbarian.
Oh! Fuck, I keep forgetting I'm a barbarian, not
Yes.
a... Alright,
You're not a fighter.
I forgot. Can't wait.
And he looks anticipating somebody to step in.
I'll look over at her and I'll do my telepath thing again. Well, shall we begin?
I wouldn't.
A deal's a deal. Cleth, be honorable. I'll even give you a fair prize because of this one.
And he nods, and a couple of the kobolds actually off in the distance that you didn't quite notice because of the threat in the front. They lead 3 people up towards the party. 1 Veldalkin woman and 2 Veldalkin children.
Sweet. I say people. It's fair.
We'll only procure the 2 carts as well. And the whole left side, well, right side for him, set of lizard folk run towards the barn, and they find him easy enough, the 2 carts, and they come out with them hitched.
We weren't gonna need it when we got in the city anyway.
It's a good day.
And then he actually plunged his sword into the laying down Loxodon.
Oh my god.
I am too worthy of a foe to have around.
And pulls the blade out.
Holy shit!
Wait.
And they turn to leave.
Bitches.
Y'all have 6 seconds to do something, because she's at 2 death saving throws.
So I can run out there and pull out my pan flute.
Oh, that's right, because he hit me. Damn.
Yep.
That was actually enjoyable.
I'm keeping the arrow trained on the dog.
Just gotta make another one.
Oh.
She's badass. Don't let it stress you out. It's alright.
Shit
Trust me, I'll be alright.
happens.
Shit happens.
He's a good fighter, though.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. And you actually rolled well?
Yeah, I was gonna
That
say.
shit, babe.
I was gonna say, I actually did. I rolled fairly
You did.
well for him.
The fact that you got a natural 20 on me?
Well, it was a natural 19, but
Well,
crit
natural
fighters
19.
get,
Yeah.
at a certain level, they get
That's pretty
improved
good.
critical.
Cure wounds, you recover 11 health.
Sweet.
Is he
Excellent.
still standing over her?
Literally
or is-
max.
No,
No,
they've
they turned
turned
to
and
leave.
walked, so I just didn't feel like moving then.
Okay. No,
But yeah.
I was just making sure he wasn't like standing there, like still
No.
fucking waiting like a dick.
No.
So
No, he
so
hit,
wipe
he
the
hit the
sweat off my
sword.
brow. Ah, someone else will have to stitch her up. I did all the heavy lifting.
So am I up or am I still down?
I mean, you're still down, but you're at least now conscious. You do have a point of exhaustion now. That is going to be a new rule in this campaign.
I
If
like
you
it.
go below 0, you incur points of exhaustion. So that way, if you go down, you come back up. You go down, you come back up. You go down, come back up. You are incurring a new point of exhaustion
Jeez, you're
each
exhausted.
time.
I'm exhausted. Whew. Pan flute is a difficult instrument to play.
So I kind of... and I'm still laying down, but I kind of turn and I watch them leave. I glare. This isn't over.
I'll walk over and sort of kneel next to her. I'm sorry, dear.
Is anyone hurt? Other than me?
Yes,
Just you.
I'm exhausted. Is there
No.
something you can do?
I'll put a hand on her shoulder, and I'm gonna use healing hands.
Excellent. It's not much, but it's 2 hit points.
Yeah, and I'm gonna let a little of the ASMR
Yeah.
A little bit of
out
pee.
on that part.
Yeah.
Did we establish?
That I was leaving up to you. So if you wish to incur it, by all means.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make it.
Okay.
Pretty well a straight trade.
Gotcha. That's fine.
So
So go ahead and mark it.
I got hand on the shoulder. Eyes start to glow purple, and you see wince of pain on my face. And hand starts to twitch. You heal up 2 hit points. I drop 2.
Dear God, sir.
I'm wondering if I'm hallucinating. With that awesome roll.
Alright.
That is a
She's dressing
fantastic
up over here. She was me in my first campaign.
That is a fantastic parlor trick. You must show me.
Someday.
I have all the makeups.
Arms still kind of.
Oh yeah,
Burn.
yeah. The arm is still. I mean, at least it's not smoking anymore.
Yeah.
That's
It
right.
fucking hurts now, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do
We didn't happen to
physically
catch his
describe
name,
your
did we?
Esamir.
Yeah, you did.
What's his name?
Cleth being honorable.
What do you look like?
CLETH.
So pale, almost silverish skin, jet black hair,
So, CLE.
violet, purple, like
TH.
most of
CLETH.
anything that I do magically.
Clef the Fighter.
I kind of want to have a purple hue to it.
I'll put Dragonborn.
Even the light spell a bit.
Yeah.
As a character, I'm more concerned what you physically look like, though.
Physically, yeah. So 6'3", I think
85.
185.
Do you have like an angelic halo or anything of that
No. No, he's not like that kind of Asamir.
Okay.
He is definitely of the race where he has like a few of the characteristics, but in all honesty, if it wasn't for like the violet eyes, he would damn near be non-discernible from a human.
Okay.
Maybe just a really pale human.
That's what I need to know for my character.
Yeah.
Did
Okay,
32
yeah.
damage to him. So he's looking pretty bad.
Oh, I mean, he was bloody. He took some
I'm
damage.
sure he's at least level 3, 4.
There would have been one thing that I could have done that might have worked, but if it would have failed, we'd have been fucked.
I'm kind of glad nobody intervened. I was like, just,
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to get hurt.
Yeah.
That's literally her entire thing.
Didn't have to worry about me shooting.
I realized with the amount of blows you were doing, like, my little
He's lucky. A moment longer and I would fire this hand crossbow here.
I'm sure you would have literally.
Hmm.
that thing about as tall as you?
No, it's a hand crossbow, so it's
Oh, I
it's a
see.
single hand.
It's
That's cool.
Hmm.
So it's only about half as tall as him.
Okay, well, I'm going to stand up.
Okay.
I'll
you stand
help
up.
out.
But he's,
Oh, don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself.
It's not going to be much help. I have like 8
Yeah.
strength.
Yeah,
I'm-
yeah.
Can you walk him back into the bar for a moment?
I think I should sit down.
Yeah.
Dugan kind of looks.
Yes, we should all rest for a moment.
You,
Yeah.
It's exhausting. That man's voice.
And I turn to him and I say, "You're welcome."
If
And I walk through the door.
if I buy her alcohol right now when she is this fucked up,
We're
what
gonna
does
numb
that
the
do?
pain,
Okay.
just like it would
Um,
normally.
Yeah.
Well, technically, she has more health than he does right now, so.
Yeah.
Dugan, what's the strongest drink you
And
have?
as we walk back into the door, I'll say,
I have whiskey.
"Thank
fair
you,
lady.
friend."
My friend needs some numbing.
Yep. As he pulls, thunk, he hits a good drag on it.
I pour some from my
Oh yeah,
large bag.
he definitely pours a healthy portion.
What do I owe you?
I drink it through my trunk.
This one's on the house.
Okay.
Dugan, sir,
Thank you.
you have failed your patrons. You should really hire some security. I mean, I've hired this lot. It can't be that difficult.
You just see him gripping the club. Aye, young master, one day I may be as spoiled as you. I may be as privileged.
Yes,
as
yes,
you,
yes,
sir.
yes. Not likely.
The contemplation of murder in this dwarf's eyes.
Sit back in the corner and plop down with the.
Yeah.
And
Oops, sorry.
all of those bad guys fucked off, yeah?
Yes,
Yeah,
they
they're
did.
all gone.
And then the kobolds that were further off
Oh,
also have trailed off.
So, am I to understand those were your wagons?
I told you it was a rough night.
we saw them right
Yes. Hmm.
So much for
Okay.
gifts that I need to look at my
Well,
box.
it is called a walkabout.
there. Enjoy the drink, it's okay.
Sitting here cursing myself on my breath. She's very upset. But also, relieved.
Hacksaw Jim Dugan over here poured you a large drink.
I mean,
Oh yeah, she's already downed it.
we've still got our cash, right?
Oh yeah.
That was all still on
pilfered
that.
All our
her
stuff
and kept
was
that
on our
you.
person.
Well, I mean, except for what was in the lock boxes, because you guys never opened those.
Nope.
I didn't put anything in it.
No, I had the key to his, which had all the rest of his shit in it, and we didn't use it.
Well, in our defense, we didn't have a whole lot of time to check.
No, when
Oh,
we
we had
did,
plenty of time. I ate a milk.
We were getting drunk.
that's okay.
Indeed.
They will figure out how to break it. I still have this key.
As said earlier in the campaign by the DM when I looked. It's been about an hour.
That's okay.
All right.
What can we do to get you up to speed again?
Oh, she's good. She's like almost at half.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah, she's
Short
Okay.
rest, a hit
Short
dice or
rest,
two.
Jimothy, well done.
He's still fussing.
Awake again. She fed him again. And like,
Well done on saving my friend.
yes, very well done, I would say.
Meet Fenor.
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 Mm.
I'm gonna shut the window.
You should try not to do that again. The dying part.
It wasn't really part of the plan.
Mm.
I peek around and find the bird friend coming down. Can you write down your name? What does that say?
Delay.
How you spell it?
D-I space L-I-S.
Is it
Thank you.
IAS? I thought it was AIS.
It is A-I-S.
Okay. I was gonna say because that would make the pronunciation a little different. But yes, he is delay.
Okay, thank you.
How do I
Nice to meet you,
spell the bird thing? What is it?
I sang the
Kenku.
bar in your
How do I
voice.
spell it?
KENKU.
Yay.
Trying to make sure I
Neat.
have it written down. Well, I think I'd like another drink.
Another, and let me pay for this. Yeah.
The look on her face makes it quite clear it's gonna be amusing every time I have to tell her something.
Hearing an echo of my own voice is just creepy as hell.
So 3 silver, and he pours another hearty. You get the feeling he's kind of hesitant, but
Yeah, for everything 1 gold. Because the first one was free.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's enough to make you drunk.
2 hefty
You
glasses
think so?
like this, it might.
Maybe.
So that's like with tip and all. So
Excellent.
I'm sitting back at the table, sort of as isolated as I can be,
Mm-hmm.
just holding my necklace.
Okay.
And you're not on our side. You're on the opposite side. Or are you at the table with me?
I'm like this at the table. So if y'all are where you're at, I'm just sort of over here.
Okay.
Ah, a fan of jewelry, I see.
When it matters.
Nah. I myself am a fan of jewelry. Fancy things. Shiny, glittery. Hmm.
Well, his isn't so much shiny or glittery. Dark, simple.
I have sort of an image what it looks like, but I can't get to it.
Yours,
I'm gonna take a
not
little
so
nap in
shiny,
my
not
chair.
so glittery. You should reconsider something more extravagant.
tis metal.
There you go.
Perhaps, even just a fleck of gold.
What?
His cover picture.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That's cool.
What is the cover picture?
It's
That's the
my
amulet.
holy symbol.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm currently napping in my chair after my juice.
Some people
Yeah.
still need to upload
Yeah.
pictures for their characters.
Yeah.
Everything
She
is
get that
juice.
second hit of juice and was like,
Juicy juice.
night night.
Lenore does not lean on the table. She's leaned back in the chair.
Oh, she leans back.
In the corner.
That'd be safer, considering sizing.
Don't want to break the table.
Right, that's only polite.
I assume you've been staying here for a while, yeah?
A few days now, yes.
Reasonable accommodations?
Oh, for common folk, yes.
Would that explain why you're staying here?
Like I said, I'm on a walkabout. Not every place can be the Ritz, you know.
Sure. Makes sense. I'll go up and talk to Duke.
It'll do just fine for you.
Aye, lad.
Well, I tried to promise you we didn't bring it with us. Guess we didn't ride hard enough.
But the lass did right, making it a fair fight.
We didn't want to turn your establishment into a bloodbath. I'm not
Appreciate that I do. Yeah.
We could probably use a little bit of rest. At least she could. Probably.
Turn like that, you mean I'm sleeping.
I'm pretty sure a fair few of the folk here from last night will be wanting to leave, so I think we can accommodate you a lot tonight.
Let's see.
How many rooms?
Let me get a head count. Can you give me a price per room?
Does he have a tree outside?
No tree.
A lot.
It'll be a fair gold per room. Normally more if something's in the stable. Seeing how that's not
That problem's been
an
rectified, hasn't
issue. Yeah,
Did you
Hey,
say 3
let
gold per
me-
room?
a gold.
I'll go.
Oh.
I'm asleep, so
Yeah.
you have to wake me up or whatever if you want.
Unless you want to carry her in case
You
the bar room is a room.
can't carry me.
I have mage hand. Wait, how much does that pick?
5 pounds.
Not nearly
You
enough.
would need a lot of those, dear.
You would need nigh on about 75 of those.
Bigby's hand on steroids.
Bigby's hand could actually accommodate this task. Bigby's hand can do a lot of things.
That's what she said.
Right.
Well, I mean, considering it's damn near the size of you, yeah.
Bigby's hand.
So
That's the reason it's called Big Beast.
Well, these are gone.
I'll go back to yeah.
Good point.
I'm so sad.
They're
I'll
sitting
go
down at the
back
bar
to the
again.
group. We stay here.
Yeah.
We stay.
Poor friend. She's been through hell.
So we tend to use things like
What else
that.
does she
Hey,
wear?
Jeremy, when are you going to print some carts?
You know, I was actually thinking about that just a little while ago
Yeah.
when y'all were talking about the
You
cards.
two want
Oh,
to
yeah.
share?
I'd love to actually print some cards. I was thinking about how I want to do them. If I do want to do ones that just have like a design on them that looks like a cart, like a box that has a cart design on it,
Yeah.
with like a space to be able to put minis on the top of it.
probably
Or if I want to actually like do one that has wheels.
He likes a bird's eye view.
When you print it upside down, you probably could put wheels.
Well, what I would do is I would print the cart independent of the wheels. And the
Yeah,
wheels would be
you
printed
do the upside down and then with the
Okay.
axle, and then do the wheels to where they can connect on it.
clip on.
Yeah.
Just take a lighter and like melt it.
Yep.
So that the wheels actually roll. But it'd be like a cart that the people could actually sit in. So it'd be like a tiny little box.
You seem to
Pen it
have a
around.
rapport. Go ahead and next.
All right. Hi, delay. I was just wondering, while we tried to get a head count, would you like to stay in this place for the evening with all of us?
Yeah.
I'll try to get you a bird's eye view up top. Maybe in a loft or an attic.
Yeah.
Bird's eye view, got it. Gotta remember that.
I presume he still has his room.
Presume.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm actually saying I presume he has his room, so I'm not
Yeah.
fucked about him.
Pay for his own room.
Yeah.
Would you want to have the kill prax? Kill tax?
His name's Kilprax. Is it?
Yeah, it's Kilprax.
Kill prax.
Kilprax.
Recuperating on the side of your room?
No, I was gonna put him in with
Oh. Oh, okay. If it'll fit, depends on the size of the attic.
Yeah.
It's not so much an attic, it's truly just a 2-story. All the rooms are upstairs.
Oh. Okay.
You gotta remember, Victorian era style buildings.
Okay.
I have a good sitting chair in my room. You could prop him up in that.
Nope.
Maybe put a spoon in his mouth.
I'll go back up to Dugan. I think 3 rooms.
With windows?
I'll let you know when the room's ready.
Appreciate it.
Make yourselves at home.
I'm an archer. Windows for shooting.
It's a yes. He's going to sleep at a
Did you piss off other people? Question mark.
No.
Windows not necessary.
Okay.
Alright. So, easy enough. Later in the afternoon, you see several of the patrons. I mean, pretty much the whole place clears out by early afternoon. So, Dugan sets about to getting the few rooms ready. You're able to go upstairs. Simple, modest rooms. He made sure that all 3 rooms had 2 beds. So you could disperse how you wished. All of them have a single window. And you all can set about the evening as you wish. Now, this part, if you all wish to continue, we can this evening. Or if you wish to leave it at that note, we can as well.
I don't have work tomorrow. I do.
Evening. 2 p.m.
2 to 10, but I gotta
Oh,
get
you're
up
good
at
then.
11. I mean, we can continue if you want.
That is all
For
in
at
the
least
part.
another hour.
I will
I
probably
could
leave
do
it to
another hour.
Okay.
Are you sure?
You're the trickier one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
I
can't
gotta go
keep
work,
an
but I
eye
get
on
to pick
it.
one
He
of
gets
those.
too.
Yeah, I know. You were listening, so I was kind of like, this is kind of a good wrap-up point if we wish to.
What?
So, if
I'm
we
going
all...
to get that tonight.
Oh, I thought you were going back to work tonight. I'm like, what?
Oh, I
Well,
have
he's
to
got-
pick
But
up
it is
Work,
paycheck.
work.
Oh, yeah, no. He's just going to pick up his paycheck.
I'm going to work tomorrow when I feel like it.
When you feel like it. Okay.
Okay.
Is this another long rest?
If you all wish to make it such, it'll be the afternoon before you get the rooms, so you can either go ahead and take the immediate long rest and basically be up for the night,
I think for
or
the
you
next
guys
one
can,
first.
yeah, I was gonna say, or you guys can basically mosey the entire day away to end a long rest overnight. I kind of leave that up to you, how you wish to do that.
I think we could all use a bite to eat.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there will definitely be from the menu earlier. They are combos, so you get a drink and meal,
There's
and
the chicken, the bear,
Yeah.
those are both burgers. What was the third one?
there was the bear burger with a side of bread and a glass of wine.
Yeah, it was
The
the
mutton
mutton.
sandwich
Yeah.
with cake and a mug of ale.
Good old lair.
And a chicken burger and a glass of whiskey. All of the combinations are 5 silver.
There for
Fenora's gonna do the mutton.
Okay. Some mutton and ale. And a piece of cake.
She has very
Oh,
much
while
enjoyed
everyone else
getting
is
to know
eating,
sweets.
I'm gonna go mosey over to the stables.
Okay.
Imagine there's a hay bale in there at some point.
Oh yeah, there's a whole loft full of hay.
I'm gonna set one up and spend a few hours target practice.
Okay. So by all means you can do that just fine.
Bear burger for me, please.
Okay. So you acquire the bear burger, slice of bread, and a glass of wine.
5 silver.
Yep. All of the meals will be 5 silver.
I'm gonna notice Delay heading outside.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look over at Kilprex, make sure he's still kind of passed out a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get the chicken.
You just want the whiskey, let's be honest.
Yes, but
Yeah. So yes, you get the chicken burger and a glass of whiskey.
It's gonna shock the piss out when I eat chicken
I've
like
got a
that.
chaser for my
Probably.
chicken burger.
I have
Chicken
no idea what
chaser.
the hell you can eat, but the idea of eating bird in front of another bird just.
Bird ate bear. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, they do that.
I mean,
had whiskey not been.
Crows and ravens are scavengers.
Yeah, I'll also have one of the bear burgers.
Last tavern I was in, I ate catfish.
Yeah.
Young master, would you like me to cut that in half for you?
No. Just bring it out whole.
Okay.
Right?
Sure about that?
Yes.
And we'll be sitting there dining.
And it brings out the glass of whiskey and the bear burger.
Whiskey, you seem to enjoy that, sir.
not wrong.
Yeah? There you go. 2 whiskeys. Because pretty much whiskey's what makes that whole meal.
Take one bite of the burger. Oh, I'm stuffed. Couldn't eat another bite. How's
Oh wait,
your-
sorry. Bear had the glass of wine. Sorry.
How's
Wrong one.
your liquid diet there?
This time I'm going to drink much more slowly from the first time.
Yeah. What was that? 3 glasses in like an hour and a half?
And things were said.
So what do you do with your leftovers since you only eat so little?
What are leftovers?
The food that you didn't eat.
That's trash.
What?
No, it's not. And I pull it close to me.
She awake?
She's eating garbage.
Wait, I thought you were resting. You're awake?
She won't go for that!
We're all
all
eating at this
eating
point.
right
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's.
Sorry. I thought she was resting.
I imagine
I
it's.
was
it's
until food
Oh,
came
yeah,
out.
She needs
Yeah.
to rest after eating the garbage.
She's 400 pounds. She can put down 2
My
meals.
friend is not a food disposal. It's okay.
I mean,
Not his eyes.
Disposal.
I look him in the eyes and I eat his fucking burger.
Nom, 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 nom.
They won't need to have the busboy come around and get our plates now.
What the hell is a busboy?
You know, the young person they hired to clean our tables for us.
You mean
Generally
just the barkeep?
underskilled,
Good
underpaid. I think they shouldn't be paid at all, but they clink about all the dishes,
Right.
leave the crumbs.
Is that why you're staying here?
It's going to be one of those aha
Are you-
moments
are
when
you
you'll be
employed?
translated.
Oh my god.
Am I employed? Well, why would I need to work?
Anyway,
God, your 2 characters are playing along marvelous. Every bit as much as I was hoping.
well, I'm full now.
Alright. I suppose that's winded down most of the evening. What time would it be roundabout?
I mean, you can choose your time at this point.
Okay.
So,
What time was it when we got here?
like 8 in the
8
morning.
in the morning.
It's at least 2 p.m. at this point.
Easy. I mean, like I said,
Yeah.
your rooms didn't even become available until like 2 in the afternoon.
Okay, so it's probably after 2. It's probably
The
maybe
2 of us that
4.
work at a hotel. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
We understand
Right,
the time
check-in
frame.
time. Right.
What is y'all's check-in time anyway?
3.
Ours is 4.
What?
What's your
Jesus.
check out then?
12.
What? Ours is 11. Fucking hate my hotel.
Then do.
Anyway. Had enough stress with work. Rather not talk about work.
Maybe.
Anyways, back to D&D.
I don't know. What are you doing?
So you mentioned hiring us before the escapade started.
Walkabout, Sarah.
Yes, the walkabout.
Walkabout. What? So anywhere? We just going anywhere? What? Nothing. Nothing.
I heard the fucking of an oi.
Okay. Oi, oi. Listen.
Yes, a walkabout. I find myself needing to stretch my legs a bit.
Curious.
Although I'm not sure how to stretch a leg. I imagine
I think of many
you
beats.
put one out and pull on it a bit.
I don't mean any offense by this. Are you afraid of heights?
No?
Okay. I am.
Maybe?
I am sometimes.
Oh.
Can I, is prestidigitation
Well,
one of the ones?
You
that
realize you're
I have to
tall, right?
speak?
Yeah, but sometimes you jump and land wrong.
I believe it does have a verbal component to it. Just check out.
Yeah,
It'll say component. Will say.
So you're not
yeah,
afraid of being
verbal and
tall?
somatic. So.
No, it's
Someone's
being
gonna be
taller
boss.
and then landing.
Yep.
No, I see.
Didn't know if you had the
It's like
same
if we put
issue.
you at the top of a tree and then told you to jump down.
No, the top of you.
Either
Be
way.
like, hello.
Well, why would I do that?
Exactly. You're a smart person. You would know better.
That's quite the healing patah that you did.
Oh yes,
That was
yes.
quite very
It's
helpful.
taken me a while to master that particular.
With
Yes.
with a flute.
Yes, a pan flute.
What magic is this?
Do they not all know cure wounds?
Cure wheel.
Oh! Oh, it's a musical version. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The healing notes.
Yeah.
Very close to the brown notes. You have to be careful. You can heal someone or create a terrible mess.
True.
I would have heard.
Oh.
I heard him play his flute
Yeah.
earlier,
Yes.
right?
Absolutely.
So I'll use prestidigitation and play the same sound back, just like right here.
Whoa.
That
Okay, you heard a flute.
Someone else apparently knows how to play the flute.
Can't imagine who.
I think it's the barkeep.
Let's go with the barkeep. It's probably the barkeep.
Why did I have to do all the work then? He could have just healed you.
He also healed me.
No,
They're the
no,
barkeep.
The barkeep.
Barkeep.
Oh.
I'm
Maybe
just
he
making
was just in
random
the heat of the
noises.
moment. I don't know. He could have forgotten.
But it was good for you to show off your skills. wasn't
Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Between you and me, maybe you're just braver than the barkeep.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah, he stood by while you were gravely wounded.
it? Shame you were still inside throughout that altercation.
I had to make sure I wasn't harmed so I could, come to the rescue in her moment of need.
Well, thank you.
Sounds so
I could literally just pick him up, just throw him, fight at you.
If you were impressed by that, wait till you hear the bagpipes.
There's more.
Many more.
All right.
I see so much Scanlan at
You'll
you
have
right
to
now.
show me.
You know what? I think I might be just drunk enough to want to hear some bagpipes.
Oh, do you now, sir?
Yes.
All of
Start
my-
playing Eminem.
Currently, you see this little halfling pull from his pack. He gives a couple of blows into it to air it up a little bit. He's getting it set. Makes a couple of notes, shifts. Oh, I thought he was looking up bagpipes. I was trying to buy him the
Spotify,
time.
Spotify.
Just paying attention to me. Thank you.
Yeah, I was trying to give him the time.
Still fussing, huh?
For a second, I thought you were actually going to use the crying child as bagpipes.
Hey,
This is
roll
the sound
first.
of my people.
Roll first. If it's a one, it is the baby.
It's like, hey Google, play Spotify bagpipes for me. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't listen.
And if you figure out what this character's name means, my previous character's name also translates to English.
I looked it up and I couldn't. Okay, I'm gonna have to really look. Because I just
Like I
Googled
said,
and it
I
was
told
like-
you it's not French for a reason.
Yeah,
Because if you try to Google Translate, it first tries to tell you it's French.
yeah.
It's not French. Also, it's hyphenated.
Oh, I was
Jesus.
doing dashinated. Dashinated.
Yeah,
There you go.
hyphenated, but it's-
Dashinated. But it's hyphenated after the key.
Yeah.
Is it? I know
Oh,
this.
that is a hyphen.
Yeah.
Not apostrophe, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's into the
Oh, it's not
same-
cool. Okay, then never mind.
Dashinated. That's a new word.
I was just gonna let you go with it. I wasn't
Sure,
gonna.
sure.
Do you do the little jig too? Do you dance with it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, sweet.
Absolutely. I'll stand on the chair and dance.
So I'll give him a few minutes of playing, and then look around. I was not drunk enough.
Oh, what'd you roll for that?
No, I just played my instrument.
It's just an
I
instrument.
mean, I
Dude,
can.
you
I
can
can
do
a
it.
performance, absolutely.
He might have to be
Yeah.
impressed by it.
It's true.
Roll a nat 20 for this, please.
15 total.
15 total.
Very good.
I.
Yeah, pretty good.
Obviously,
What is
not
your
my
What is your
best.
personal taste DC?
personal taste DC?
I was impressed.
Probably like 3.5.
Hold on.
What would that be?
That was a 12, yeah. Well, it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. It exceeded your expectations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not by much.
Now that I regaled you, I do have to go.
Yeah.
She is not able to control him.
All right. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, we will end it.
We'll say we all
Yeah, we will end it on that note. The bagpipes lead into the night. Everybody feeling weary, go up to their rooms and settle in for a night's rest.
Should we hit the long rest now? Just
Go ahead and hit the long rest now. I will go ahead. I'll put the XP in the group chat. I'll probably figure it out in the morning.
okay.
It was good to finally meet Jimothy.
You got some more for her?
I just have the one I was gonna bring her.
Do you have
Yeah,
foil?
I have
need foil.
that. Well, you can just put it in a. I have a snack size Ziploc.
Yeah, I need that.
Babe,
too.
can you get
or that.
Yeah.